Hey.
I'm scared.
Level 3 house guests. Doyin, Elo Swag,
Yes, big brother.
Tumsy.
Yes, big brother.
It is time to leave the Big Brother house.
The next housemate to be evicted, Allison. Dotu.
I just want to see my mom, my auntie.
Thank you, boss. Before it's so exciting.
I know what she's trying to do. I was talking and she was interrupting me. Don't talk to me like that. This is not approach issue. Don't talk to me like that.
I didn't bring any energy to you. I was even being nice to you.
Why are you so much? I'm really having you one.
Why did they cry? Chill.
You just spoke about fucking TV. Stop trying to twist it. I'll actually tell you my mind this night. Don't try me. Don't actually try me.
Hey guys, you're all welcome back to another interesting YouTube live stream conversation with Glory Elijah. My name is Glory Elijah, and this is Frankly Speaking with Glory. I am the girl with the T. First off, I want to especially thank all of you for coming through this evening. I understand that today is a work day of the week, but you all still made that time to join today's conversation. So thank you all so much. Yes, you are richly appreciated. So first things first, I want to let you all know that today's conversation is all about all of you. All right. I want to know your reaction towards a number of things. First off, about the Sunday live eviction, about the head of house game, the challenge, Chichi winning the head of house title, the supreme veto power title. Yes, that comes with certain privileges, guys. We're going to talk about that as well. We're going to talk about Chichi's choices. Yes, for finalists. We're also going to be looking at Bella and Sheg's issue that happened last night, as well as Bella's rift with Chichi last night. It's not really a lot, but all of these events that I've mentioned, they really sparked up a lot of conversations online in this past few days. And a lot of you have been talking about how much you really want to express your own, opinion about all of those things. So we're going to be talking about all of that today on this live stream conversation. But before I get into that, I'm just going to especially recognize those of you amazing folks that are here. For those of you also that have been here since 7 p.m., thank you all so much for waiting at the gate of this live stream. You all are simply amazing. So on here, we have Victoria Amara. Victoria, thank you so much for joining. We have Julius Peters. Hi. Thanks for joining. We have Rickson. We have Palessa. We have Betty. We have Fef Fifi. Thank you all so much for joining. We have Karen Stephanus. We have Noye Njoku. Noye, thank you so much for joining. You're asking about my special cup of tea. Trust me, I have exhausted my tea for the day. And we have Amy. Amy, thanks for joining. We have Eva. Thanks for joining, Eva. There's Evelyn, Alexander. Thanks for joining. There's Miracle. There's Chioma Jennifer. There's Miracle Falade. Yes. There's Victoria Amara. Elvis. Felicity. There's Inye Odori. You know what? Thank you all so much. You all are really, really appreciated. All right. So quickly, we're just going to get into today's conversation. And remember, I mentioned that today is all about your reactions. I want to know how you all feel about all the events that I have mentioned so far. Okay. So beginning with the Sunday live eviction show, guys, personally, it was a huge disappointment. Yes. I want to strongly believe that the bulk of the viewing audience, they had high hopes and expectations that at least Shegs or Bella would have been evicted. Now, for whatever reason the viewing audience have, guys, personally, I cannot say. I have my own personal reason as to which housemate I want to see on the show and which housemate I do not want to see on the show anymore. And apologies, I'm not going to reveal. All right, before people start saying that Glory is being biased and all whatnot, I'm just going to keep mine to myself. Yes, but I would love to know yours, guys. But for Shegs, guys, it was very obvious that the bulk of the viewing audience really wanted Shegs out of the game. People were tired. People were fed up. And for a number of reasons, such as, the guy brags a lot. The guy is very, very troublesome. The guy instigates a lot. Blah, blah, blah. The whole relationship thingy going on. Nobody really, okay, let me not say nobody, but a lot of people do not really believe that what Shegs and Bella have is actually genuine. Yes. So for reasons like that, people really wanted to see Shegs or Bella out of the house. And it did not really help matters that the organizers had actually gone ahead to release the voting polls. And we had seen that Shegs had actually, you know, appeared as number 3 in the bottom 3. Yes, I think number 3 or yeah, whatever. Yeah, but he had actually appeared in the bottom 3. So people were actually expecting for Shed to have been evicted. Then sadly, only 2 people were evicted on Sunday. And so that posed the question of, okay, is Big Brother being biased? If it was the likes of Adekunle or maybe someone else that was in that position that Shegs had found himself, would the organizers have gone ahead to evict that person, right? And then there was also the question of, oh, why was there only 2 evictions on that night? We're not even looking at the eviction of the already evicted housemates. Now, no, we're looking at the eviction of fresh housemates. So people were asking questions. Why was there only 2 evictions? So, guys, all of these questions, they actually sprung up since on Sunday. And people have been kind of questioning the authenticity and the credibility of Big Brother Bbnaija as a show. People have been questioning, the operatives or rather the operations of the organizers of the show because people think or feel that the organizers are being kind of sentimental and kind of favoring Shegs and Bella, especially, guys. That is the word on the streets. This is not even coming from me at all. No. If you put your ears to the ground in the community of people that actually watch the show, that is the gist. That's the tea. Yes. So people are really upset, and a lot of people feel like, oh, they deserve an explanation for whatever the organizers are trying to pull off. All right. Anyways, I would love to know your own thoughts about that. What do you think? Are you upset that Shegs was not evicted on Sunday? Do you think that there's something fishy going on? Whatever your thoughts are, guys, please don't forget to share with us. The moment I share the link in the comment section below, you just go ahead and click on it, and then you come on here to speak with us virtually. Now, aside that, the eviction of biggest guests, guys, I will never forget the look on Chomzi's face. I will never forget how she was shaking on that stage when Ebuka was, chatting with her briefly. And I'm going to confess this. I was very satisfied. Yes, I was very, very satisfied seeing Chomzi escorted out of Biggie's mansion by Biggie's ninjas. Guys, I was really satisfied because Chomzi had been bragging a lot all through last week. She had been bragging a lot, yes, and I don't know, it seemed as though she came back into the house with so much pettiness, with so much bitterness. I've been seeing Chomzi's interviews of late, and I've just been having a good laugh. I mean, this girl is trying so hard to act like it wasn't Chomzi that did all what she did in Biggie's house. And here I was just looking at this girl like this. I'm like, okay, here we go again. This is the same old that we get every season of Big Brother. Yes, we have housemates who go into the house and they do XYZ, they display their talents in quotes, and then when they come out of the house during their media rounds, they come and start acting selective amnesia. Yeah, and that's pretty much what Chomzi has been doing. They ask her questions like this, like that, and then you see her saying, no, I think it was blown out of context. I'm like, wow, this girl has really forgotten. So this is me putting out the message out there now that anybody that knows Chomzi should tell her to come and get receipts from me. I've got receipts of all her bitter statements, of all her shenanigans from week 1. So if she needs to see herself, she wants to watch herself on 3D, let her get into my DM. Because, guys, I've been following this girl's interviews, and in fact, all of them, all 5 of them, and my God, it's been crazy. But then we're not really talking about Chomzi, guys. Basically, we're talking about the reaction of of biggest guests. Yes, the already evicted housemates. Talking about Chomzi, Swag, and Joey. Guys, for those 2 people, Chomzi and Swag, I was really happy when those 2 people were escorted out of Biggie's house. Yes, especially Chomzi, but also for Swag, because this guy, oh my God, woof! This dude literally thought he was getting through to the finals. He literally thought he was going to win the money. Well, I just couldn't really blame him because everybody that goes into Biggie's house at one point or the other sees themselves as the winner, and there's absolutely nothing wrong in that. But then these 2 people, this couple, they decided to spice their, I don't know if I should call it confidence or their pride, whatever, but they decided to spice it up with a bit of arrogance. And so they had provoked the viewing audience to a large extent that the viewing audience could not wait to see them disgracefully, sent home for the second time. And in my frank opinion, guys, I'm going to confess, so I had fun watching those two people going home because I was done. I was done watching all of their shenanigans on TV. Yes. Anyways, moving on to Doyne's eviction. Doyne was not really phased. Yes. I think she had the best week of her life this last week before she was evicted. And in a way, I was kind of happy that she was having fun. I was happy that she was enjoying herself. Yes, even though the previous weeks she had been very, very annoying, like extremely, extremely annoying. Yes, but personally, I think for her, even she will attest to it as a fact that the last week she spent in Biggie's house was the best week on the show for her. Let me not say in her life, but the best week on the show for her because she had actually made good use of that week to bond with Cheesy. And personally, I've declared on one of my videos that I am really vouching for those two people to, have something going for them. Not necessarily a relationship, but yeah, possibly a very, very solid friendship because they are really good for each other. Cheesy was all positive vibes all through, also helping her to manage her time and to manage the way she interferes in people's conversations. Yes. So that's that for those people's eviction on Sunday. Now, quickly moving on to the head of house title, guys. Once again, I am sending like massive, massive congratulations to Chi Chi. I am super excited for Chi Chi. And one interesting fact about on Monday is the fact that Chi Chi had actually been hoping and praying and wishing for that head of house title. And guys, talking about the perfect timing for her to have won that title, trust me, it was on Monday. And this is one thing when I do some of my videos before Big Brother show starts for every season, there's one thing I would normally say that housemates should pray for one particular gift, for one particular blessing, and that's being the head of house in the week that it matters most. Because guys, trust me, it's not about winning the head of house. It's not about winning the wager task. No, it's about winning the head of house title when you need to win it. And anybody that watches the show season to season will attest to the fact that the week in which the head of house title is gold is precious. It's totally the week before the finals. Why? Because it also comes with the privilege of the ultimate veto power. What's the privilege of the ultimate veto power? That's where a housemate has the extra privilege, not just the privilege of immunity now, or not just the privilege of bagging immunity and getting straight into the finals, but also having the privilege of taking along two people that they would like to take along to the finals. And so, guys, I was super excited for Chi Chi. However, I want to quickly explain the title or the privilege of the supreme veto power. It's usually called the ultimate veto power, but then Biggie decided to switch it up to the supreme veto power. It's basically the same thing. So you see this concept that Biggie employed on Monday, it wasn't actually new to me because it's something I've actually seen play out, especially on Bibi and Zamzi. That's the South African version of Big Brother Bbnaija. That was early this year. The show happened early this year, and it was quite interesting to see how housemates were begging for a spot in the finals. Although their own system was kind of different, right? Their system was kind of different. They had played the head of house games differently, and they had also played for the ultimate veto power title separately. Yes, and oh my God, that challenge was indeed a challenge. It was insane. It was intense. It was mentally draining. It was physically exhausting. The housemates that played that challenge, guys, by the time they were done, they could not walk. They were literally crawling on the floor to their beds. They could not do anything for the rest of the day. They were rendered useless because, guys, they worked for that position. But then at the end of it all, only one person, that's Themba, emerged the ultimate veto power holder. And guys, the way Diaz actually played out was really interesting because a special palace had been created for the ultimate veto power holder, that's Themba, and Themba had sat on the throne. And the biggie of that, of that Bibi and Zamzi season had actually instructed all the housemates, one after the other, to approach the king himself, the ultimate king himself, and to beg him. I think they gave them 1 minute to beg him for 1 minute and to give reasons as to why they deserve to be selected by him, to be chosen into the finals for the next week. And so, guys, I think if I were to compare the way the South African housemates actually pleaded their cause, in comparison with how these our level up housemates actually pleaded, I think I must really give it to the South African housemates, because those people, oh my God, they were really, really something. Yes. Now, one particular housemate I will never forget in a hurry from that baby in Zamzi season 3 was Sister Mara. The exact same thing that Hermes and Groovy did, guys. That was the exact same thing that Sister Mara did. Sister Mara had gone into that I don't know, he had gone into the presence of the ultimate veto power holder, bragging about all his achievements the entire season. Now, Sister Mara was one of the strongest contenders of the season. He had won head of house twice. He was the first and only housemate that had outrightly betrayed his friend using his veto power. And people had actually disliked him for it because he was not remorseful about it. And instead of him to back it with his full chest that, oh yes, I did what I did because it is a game at the end of the day, he had gone ahead to give several flimsy excuses, and later it was noticed, or rather it was discovered, that he was actually having a crush on his bestie's boyfriend in the house. So for those of you that watched it that season, you attest to the fact that it was very, very messy. Yes, but then aside it being messy, Sister Mara was very, very proud. Yeah, he went into the presence of the ultimate veto power not to plead his case, but to brag. And so he was bragging that, oh, if you think about it, I have achieved a lot. I have been very, very competitive. I have played my game very well. And I am sure that at the end of the day, you definitely need to pick me because I am the right. I'm like, wow. I mean, that was the exact same mistake that Hermes and Groovy had made. You do not go before the ultimate veto power holder to go and flaunt your achievements in the face of that person. No, because that person obviously wants to win. And logical reasoning would inform the holder of such privilege that whoever you are picking, you need to be strategic about it. You need to ensure that the person you are picking is not stronger than you. Exactly. You need to ensure that the person you're picking or the people you're picking are not stronger than you. You need to weigh all your options, friendship or not. Yes, you can go ahead and pick your friend. Yes, just because you're returning the favor, but you need to ensure that the people you're picking are not really stronger than you. They need to be people that you can single-handedly, move beyond in the finals. And so Temba from the Bibi and Zamzi season 3 had actually made a perfect decision. Yes, because he had gone ahead to strategically reduce the amount of heavyweights in the finals. So the top 5 was not filled with very, very strong contenders. No, at least it was filled with people that he could actually stand up to. But then sadly, he did not win. But talking about someone that actually chose strategically, Temba actually did great. And if I do say so myself, I strongly believe that Chichi also did great with that selection. I mean, there was no way she could have not picked Fina. I mean, this week would have been hellish for her. Fina would have given her hell because, of course, Fina also saved her with her veto power last week when she was head of house. 1 second, guys. I need to take a water break. Exactly. So as I was saying, I think Chichi actually did well because, yes, we all know that Fina is a strong contender, but the truth is, Chichi couldn't have picked someone else in place of Fina. Yeah, because as I said, Fina would have given her hell, and it would have come across as though she was very, very ungrateful. So I feel like Chichi had a choice to choose between being strategic and being loyal, being strategic and being grateful as a friend that actually values friendship. So I think she actually chose her friendship over being overly strategic. As to if Daniela was actually weak, that's if she knew if Daniela was weak or not, or strong or not, I do not think Chichi even has an idea. I think she actually chose Daniela sentimentally, yeah, because Daniela had pleaded to her that, oh, she couldn't stand the thought of being up for nomination again this week. It's exhausting, it's mentally draining, blah, blah, blah. Yes. But in a way, I think it also played to her favor. Because if you think about it, I personally feel like Daniela isn't that much of a strong contender. If you think about it, yeah, Daniela isn't that much of a strong contender. Yes, she's got the housemates' love, but does she really have a huge voting fan base? I'm not talking about a huge bragging fan base now, because guys, we've always been able to differentiate between a voting fan base and a bragging fan base. Some fan groups that we've seen from season to season of Big Brother Naija, they are they are bragging fans. Yes, most of them do not vote. When you see the ones that actually do vote, you will see it by the polls. So personally, I feel like Chichi actually made the right choice, probably consciously and unconsciously. Yeah. Also, what else are we looking at? Yeah, let's look at Bella's disregard for head of house authority. This is an event that happened yesterday evening, guys. I did a video about it already, and I've seen the feedback that I've gotten on that video. A lot of you, your reactions are quite priceless. So personally, I would love to hear from you directly. So if you have anything to say about that, the moment I share this link, please just go ahead, click on the link and jump on this conversation, all right, so that you can share your thoughts about it. But just for the sake of those people who haven't seen that video yet or who did not watch that episode play out, I'm just going to quickly, talk about it a bit. So this is not the first time that Shegs and Bella together are actually disregarding authority in Biggie's house. Now, I've already said what I want to say about those two people, but my own bone of contention now is Biggie's indifference to the situation in the house. I feel like this is one season of Big Brother Naija that Big Brother has completely kind of disregarded his own position as the host of the house. I feel like this is one season that he has single-handedly allowed his guests, that's the housemates, to misbehave, to do whatever they want to do as they wished. And it would take the audience, the viewers, to complain and complain and complain and drag and drag and drag before Big Brother deems his feet to do the needful in terms of calling out the housemates, in terms of addressing their excesses, in terms of punishing them for their extremities. And so, disregarding the authority and the position of the head of house is one of such crimes in this season that Biggie has not really addressed. And I wonder why. And if you think about it, guys, the housemates that 100% of the time continuously, deliberately disregard the head of house title, the head of house position, they are Shegs and Bella. And so I keep asking myself that, okay, so what if it was another housemate that took it upon themselves to continuously do what Shegs and Bella have been doing? Would Big Brother have acted different? Would Big Brother have done something else? Would he have actually, reacted? Honestly, I mean, according to Deborah Debsey, Big Brother is questionable this season. Exactly, I feel so. I mean, I think the same way too. That the Big Brother of this season would sit down and watch these two housemates disregard the authority. I mean, there's a particular season of Big Brother that Big Brother by himself had actually explained the position of the head of house. And guys, I was quite impressed. I can't really remember which season. I doubt if it's even just one season. I think about 1 or 2 seasons. Big Brother by himself had actually explained the title of the head of house. Had actually taken out time as well to explain the role of the head of house. And according to Biggie's explanation, the head of house is like the physical appearance of Biggie himself. The head of house walks in the authority and in their capacity of Biggie himself. The housemates can only hear and feel Biggie's presence, but they cannot see Big Brother. So the head of house is more like an embodiment of Biggie's authority. What Biggie does not feel the need to communicate with the housemates directly, he sends the head of house to do so. So the head of house in total functions in the capacity of the authority that has been bestowed onto him or her by Big Brother himself. But then it's quite, honestly guys, it's been quite disappointing that the big brother of this season has just completely disregarded his own authority. And I wonder why. I wonder why. So, talking about disregarding authority, Bella has actually been doing a lot. Her attitude, her behavior, oh my God, it's been very, very extreme. Yeah. Pointing to the head of house, warning the head of house, shouting at the head of house, getting all aggressive at the head of house, walking out on the head of house, walking out on a meeting that was summoned by the head of house. Guys, that's a lot. That's a lot. So I don't know. I don't know what you all have to say, but in my frank opinion, the biggie of this season has been sleeping. Yes, biggie of this season has been sleeping. And honestly, personally, I don't even care anymore. Sir, I beg, maybe it should just end. Make we rest. Honestly, me, I'm tired because you see these things. And you know that according to Big Brother sees and hears everything. And then you're wondering, okay, what is Biggie going to do about this? What exactly is Biggie going to do about this? Guess what? Biggie does nothing about it. Biggie does absolutely nothing about it. Anyways, moving on to Shegs and Bella's fight last night. Honestly, it was such a shameful sight to behold. Seeing Bella begging Shegs. Guys, I don't know how many of you heard that recording I added, the clip I added to the video I dropped this afternoon, where Shegs was carrying Bella and she was complaining about him almost getting her naked because her clothes kept on lifting up. She was going to have a nip slip. She was not wearing any undies. He was going to expose her nakedness on national television. Guys, Shegs has actually told this girl, if you want your ring, keep calm. Hey! I don't know if any of you heard that. I mean, it was as though he was threatening Bella that, oh, listen, I know you want to get married. And guys, I think it's true because there was a time that they actually had this conversation, not once, not twice, but they've had this conversation several times. And Bella had actually argued with Shed that she doesn't mind getting married by the end of the year. Like she's so desperate to get married, to settle down. Shed was telling Bella that, okay, we're going to date for 2 years. After 2 years, then I'll propose. And she was like, what are we dating for 2 years for? I don't understand. We're in Biggie's house. And 3 months is like 3 years already. We've gotten to know each other. This guy is so vehement about this marriage title. And the guy will be like, well, we have to get to know each other better. And she'll be like, what are we getting to know each other for? Haven't we gotten to know each other enough? What nonsense? I don't understand. You know the way she says it. And so Shegs started calling her wifey because, of course, somehow, in their minds, both of them are kind of courting in Biggie's house. So, God, last night, whilst they were having that back and forth, this dude that actually threatened this girl with a ring. If you know you want your ring, then keep calm. Hey, Jesus! My father, may no man threaten you with engagement in this life. Hey! Guys, the threats, oh my day. And then I've been calm. I said, I don't get it too. Wait, I know that young women of these days, what's with young women of these days? I mean, back in the day, before I got to the age of 25, I was one of those young girls that used to go to church to go and pray, do prayer and fasting that, oh God, at the age of 25, I want to get married. I want to settle down. Guys, I used to pray a lot too. Hey, you don't pray, Richie. I used to pray for that. I used to pray. But guess what? Life happened. I got to the age of 25 and I realized that I wasn't even ready to settle down. Not to even talk about settle up. No way. 27, I said, I'm not ready. 28, I said, I'm not ready. And guys, I'm going to be frank with you all. I'm still not ready. Because life happens. Different timing for different people. So I watched Shegs and Bella's back and forth last night. And I was asking myself that way too. Did one Baba tell Bella that, Bella, if you don't get married by force, by the end of this year, there's something that is going to happen to you? Because in my frank opinion, guys, 2 things are in my head. And I've mentioned this on several occasions on this channel. That first off, I personally believe that Shegs is using that relationship as a strategy. Initially, I thought Bella was the victim, but guess what? I discovered that Bella was not a victim because she was actually enjoying it. Yes, she was using it to play the victim strategy as well. And yesterday, watching both of them having a back and forth, watching Bella beg. Guys, Bella was begging. As this girl was begging, I was only imagining what her parents, rather her mom, would be thinking. I was wondering what her family would be thinking if they were going to be proud of her at that point in time, or if they were going to be ashamed of her the way she was begging. Big shakes, baby, I'm sorry, big shakes, big shakes. And guys, I did a video this afternoon and I told you all that in that quarrel, Bella did no wrong. It was all Shegs. Shegs decided to capitalize on that, whatever happened, because nothing really happened, but Shegs decided to capitalize on that to complain about something he had always wanted to complain about, which is Sheila's rudeness. And the way Shegs had actually dragged Bella about her being rude last night, you could tell that it was something that had been choking him. He calls himself real and outspoken. Yeah, he always wanted to say it. But guess what? That's all that things he said last night. I don't think he would have had any other better chance to say it than last night. And also remember that after Ebuka's question 2 weeks ago, last week entirely had been a week of peace. Shegs had tried to be on his best behavior. He had tried as much as possible to serenade Bella at every given point in time, to worship at Bella's feet. But guess what? The guy got tired because you could tell that that is not who he is naturally. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to talk about this much, all right? I've done a video already. I've analyzed a lot on that video. So it's time for you all to share your thoughts about it. So I'm just going to go ahead right now to share the link to this conversation in the comment section below. Remember, we're talking about the Sunday live eviction. I want to know your sentiments about it. Were you happy that Shegs was not evicted by Big Brother? Were you happy that Shegs was safe? We'll go ahead and talk about that. And also the Head of House challenge, the Head of House title, the Supreme Veto power, and how Chichi utilized it. Yes, what are your thoughts about that? Let me know as you come onto this virtual conversation. And there's also Bella's disregard for Head of House authority and the quarrel that Bella had with Shegs last night. So I'm going to go ahead and share the link right now. If you want to speak, please just go ahead and click on the link, all right, so that you can come on here and speak. And guys, please remember 3 minutes, all right? Let's keep it at 3 minutes so that anybody and everybody that wants to contribute will have the chance to speak as well. All right, so the link is right there in the comment section. Just go ahead and click on it and let's see. So while we're waiting for those that will join us, I'm just going to quickly go ahead to read some of our comments. Yeah, let's see. Kevin said, I really missed Bella playing a solo game. She's one of those housemates was truly noticed on day one, but Shegs happened. I mean, I can't even say I missed Bella playing a solo game because I've never seen Bella and Shegs playing an individualistic game. According to Hermes, they've been playing a collective game from the day one. So, well, it's almost the end of the game now. Okay, we have some amazing people on here. All right, let's start with Eve. Hi, everybody. Good evening, and welcome to today's conversation. Hello.
Hi, Glory.
Right, so the link is right
Hi. How are
evening.
you? Good evening, Glory.
I'm fine.
Yes,
I am
evening,
super excited. I'm super excited to have you all on here. I'm happy to have you on here. Okay, so quickly we're gonna dig into the conversation. All right. So beginning with Eve. Hi, Eve.
Hi, Glory. Hi, everyone. So,
Good evening.
good evening, Glory. How are you?
I'm fine. You're welcome to today's conversation.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quickly, yeah. Before you start
Yeah.
speaking, I think you have more than one device connected to this live stream, yeah? They've been playing the collective game from day one. Because we can actually hear, I can actually hear my voice in your
And the
background
same is
there.
happening to me. So, do I leave the studio and probably come back?
Okay. That's better.
Okay. Let me try
All
that.
right. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna quickly move on to Lara. Hi, Lara. Good evening. Let me unmute you so that we can hear you clearly.
Can you hear me
Okay,
now?
I can hear you. You're welcome to today's
All
conversation.
right. Good evening. I missed Saturday. I missed last Saturday,
Oh,
and I just told myself this night I will not miss this one.
okay.
Good evening,
You're
Glory.
welcome.
You are doing
I'm
a
glad
good
you.
job.
Thank you
God
so
bless.
much. Thank you.
Okay, pertaining to number one, the last Sunday eviction, I was highly
Yeah.
disappointed because we were supposed to have like 4 people living the house, not even
Mm.
3. We're supposed to have like 4. Let them pack
Okay.
everybody out. So they just wanted to use Chomzi, the 3 guests to do Ojoro Mago for us, and so that we have the mentality that we are having 5 people living the house. 5 people were not living the house. 3 people left
Mm.
on the previous week before these 2 people. So I think Biggie is trying to play a game and trying to feel, because I was thinking if we were to be Adekunle in that position, Adekunle will have left that Sunday. So that shows
Okay.
that there is a game there. So that
Mm.
one aside, then the second thing that I want to talk about is the supreme ultimate power. I was really happy. I was in fact screaming at the top of my voice on Sunday, and immediately Chichi got it. I knew Fina is saved automatically. I knew that, no doubt about it. And I was also thinking, what I was surprised at is that I didn't know she was going to go for Daniela. It was 50-50 for me, because I was
Mm.
thinking maybe Daniela or Brian. So I was thinking those 2. But thankfully, she picked Daniela, which,
Yeah.
if Daniela was not picked, it would have been difficult for Daniela to stay till final. She will have gone home this week.
True.
Sure. So she will
True.
have gone home. With those people standing, she will have gone home. So
Mm-hmm.
thankfully that was settled. And I'm so happy that at least, because I know automatically Brian will make it. So it shows that at least we have 3, in fact 4, including Cheesy, 4 level 2 standing at the final. In fact, I'm so proud of the trenches.
Yeah.
So proud of the trenches. Yeah.
Yeah. They deserve
So
it.
now, another thing that happened yesterday that I really don't like, that's the lackadaisical attitude of the Shella, and then
Yeah.
especially Bella. I don't I
Yeah.
don't understand that girl. I don't really understand her. And then I think most of them, if you look at them, the people that are even working about this wager are the former level 2. Look at them. Fina was reiterating it yesterday when she went to meet Fina outside. And Fina was like, "Is your people that are attacking you like this? Is your
True.
people?" She was saying it. People that were giving advice, they were there in forefront giving suggestion, were the former level 2 supporting this girl. I
Mm-hmm.
think what I'm thinking, number one, they don't respect Chichi. That's number one. Number
Yeah.
two, they were hot that she went to pick level 2. If she had picked
Mm.
Emis, it would have been a different case. She went to pitch with former level 2. I think they were hot. And also, I also want to also want us to look at this aspect of Chichi. If you look at Chichi, in as much as I like Chichi, Chichi shouts and everything, Chichi has a little bit of problem in comprehension. Let's not shy
True.
away about it. She has a
True.
little bit of a problem in comprehension. You have to
True.
tell her things over and over before she can comprehend, which
True. I
is
agree.
not too good of an attribute of a leader. And that was why that problem came up yesterday. Because you will
Yeah.
see that she lashed out at Adekunle while they were discussing about the body and everything. She didn't ask
Mm-hmm.
properly. And also, because of her, pepper body, every little thing gets at her. She's always defensive.
True.
That's one. So she that point. So, and even when she came out, if you see when she went to Fina, Fina was sitting alone. And Fina said why she was sitting alone was that she saw that at a time she was even yelling at Brian, but Brian just sucked it in. Fina got that. And one thing I want us to understand is that these people, both Fina and Chichi, they have similar attributes. Why was it that it was so difficult for Chichi to control them? But immediately Fina came in and said, everybody, oh yeah, did you see? Even Shella, all of them were seated and they were listening. So when you talk about somebody having a leadership quality, Fina has it. Forget about all this gra she's doing. She has that leadership quality, which Chichi lacks. And what she will have done immediately, instead of disturbing herself to be controlling them, she will have handed over that particular thing that she's now doing today immediately to Chizzy. It would have been a different case if it was Chizzy that was doing that yesterday. It wouldn't have been that worse. So she didn't manage it also properly from the beginning. And that was what causes all these back and forth. And I like Fina. Normally, if it were not that they were friends, immediately she lashed out at Brian. I know that thing choked Fina. That thing touched Fina. And that was why she went out. And she later pointed it out for her that you shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't. Even me, I felt it. Because I feel Fina was just trying to walk out of the context of why she has saved her, and also in the context of we are friends. I cannot open my friend's bomb outside. And that was why they were able to iron it out later. And they gave her advice, do this and do this. And today you could see they were able to have a good meeting because she handed it over to Chizzy, which is in better position to do that. Yeah. So it will have been managed well. Everybody needs to know you need to know your strengths and your weaknesses. She did not acknowledge her strength. Then with that parrot mouth that was saying he has a empty head, I was looking at her. If we have to look at somebody that has empty head in that house, you should be the number one that they should call. If Chichi has empty head, at least she has head. You have cotton wool head. Because I don't understand. She doesn't have anything. No contribution. Nothing. This will be the first time I'm seeing Big Brother that they will do shipping and both ship, they never smell HOH. They are supposed to be ashamed of themselves. They need to be ashamed of themselves. And they are talking that somebody has an empty head. She should go and sit down. In fact, I want them to weed them away. I don't want them, both the husband and the wife, whatever they are calling it, they should go. I don't want them to smell the final. That's my own. Then the irritating scene of last night, begging. Oh, that girl is a disgrace to womanhood glory. It's a disgrace to. It's a sad story. It's really a sad story. Very sad. Because I don't have anything to say about it. It's just sad. That's just what I can say. And immediately she come out of this Big Brother, she need to go for a psychologist. They need to really brush her up a bit because she's mentally battered and she's not normal. She's not normal again. That's what I can say. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Lara. I mean, thank you so much for all the angles you brought up, your analysis. Very, very spot on. And you see, about Chichi, I think personally, I love the fact that she's going through what she's going through in the position of leadership that she's holding. Because, sometimes it's very, very imperative for people to learn on the job, right? People don't just get it perfect at the first instance. I'm sure that with all what has been happening from Monday till now with Chichi, by the time she gets out of this house, I feel like to some extent she would have learned one or two skills, on how to work with people. Yeah, because now all of these housemates, after the show ends, trust me, they're going to be working with a team, management, makeup artists, stylists, PR booking officer. They're going to be working with logistics, like a lot of people, an entire team, So if they cannot have control over that team, that's why you see most of them getting marginalized, So I was really happy that everything that happened yesterday especially happened. And that was why I said on my video that Chichi really, really needs some lessons in comprehension. She needs to be taught.
Exactly.
Yes, and sometimes people like that, they need to learn the hard way. People
Of
like
course.
that sometimes. When she was crying, I wasn't really feeling sorry for her, to be very honest. I needed her to cry so that she could feel the pain. Because honestly, look at what she did with Diana. Lack of
Uh-huh.
understanding, lack of comprehension. If she
Mm,
understood that, Deji was actually saving a closet for her and not Diana going after her man, she wouldn't have run mad that night, So
exactly.
really, yeah, so really, I'm really happy that all these things are actually happening with her. But really, thank
Mm.
you so much, Lara. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so
All
much. Well
right,
done. Good
have a
night.
good
Yeah.
night. Yes. Okay, we're gonna quickly move on to Riri. Hi, Riri. Hello. Hello. Okay, we're gonna move on to Lutricia. Hi, Lutricia. Is Lutricia here?
Yes, I'm here.
Hi. Oh my God, you're just returning from work.
Hey,
You're just
I was
returning from work.
eating. Hey, when you're saying nutrition, I'm busy eating. That's why my camera is off.
Oh my God, thank you so much for joining still. Wow. Oh my God. You're welcome back. You're welcome home. This is home. This is second home.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome
Thank
back.
you.
How was your day?
Yes.
How was your day? I hope you had a great day.
Hey, hectic. Hectic. Come, I tell you, it was a very long day. Hectic, but then it was worth it. It was worth it. Yes.
Thank God.
Mm,
Okay.
Let's go into the story. My 3 minutes. I'm sensitive. Yes. Talking about the you said we must also comment about the eviction of Sunday. I
Yeah, if you
didn't
don't
really Yeah, I didn't really see the first part, how the 3 housemates were taken out of the house because we didn't have power here in SA. So, but what I wanted to say is that at the later stage, I got to understand, although at the beginning I was very much angry with Biggie for not evicting those people and all that. So, but I could understand to some extent that he was trying to create, you see, that comfort so that housemates cannot see the final being closer. The bigger the number, the more they think they are still having a chance. And it is working on their mind that, am I going to make it to the final and everything? So there was no comfort, and they didn't have time to build alliances. If those 3 were gone, I think they were going to have time to make alliances. That was going to make it difficult for the veto power of this week to make a choice. Come, I tell you, it was going to be a problem. So, but anyway, that is my view. Although I still maintain and feel that I think Sheikh was supposed to go, because actually it was at least 3 per night, but then he made 2. But anyway, maybe that is his strategy, but I'm not impressed about that.
Okay.
And then going to the issue that I always like to touch on, the one of the head of house. I want to agree with, I think it was Debsy who commented to say this big brother is questionable now. In one of the seasons, like I think it was Pepperdam and also Lockdown. That's why Pere on the Shine Your Eye kept saying my emblem, what. I think it's because he was watching the previous ones. There was a time where Big Brother was very sensitive about the head of house, which it was relevant, because Big Brother is like a corporate body. That is my view. Like a corporate body, so which means there is no person like who will come and say as Big Brother or what. That's why Ebuka always says Big Brother will decide. You understand? Big Brother will tell us what to do, will tell me who's going home and what. You see, that shows that it's a corporate body. Then the moment there is a leader, just like in a government institution or at the bank, there is a bank manager. That person is representing the state or whatever, the bank or whatever the company is representing that. That's why when there's anything, it is addressed straight to that person, although it's not really his farm. It's not like a Glory's farm. You understand? So I feel that the head of house must be respected equally as Big Brother, because that person is representing the power, is representing a Big Brother himself in the house, verbally, physically, since he cannot be there physically. You understand? So that is my view. And going to the leadership, Chichi's leadership, I think it was a bit unfair for the way a housemate, more especially I was disappointed in Adekule and Hiemes, those who were head of houses before. Even Fina, I was disappointed in them because they were supposed to actually be a support to her, understanding how it feels to sit there. Yes, we can say Chichi did not support them in their time, but it shows the true leader that you are inside. You are not supporting them for building friendships or for votes or whatever, but then to show the person that you must, as much as I required to be supported or as I was supported, I'm also going to give it back to you. I wasn't expecting them to do as they did, and Fina as well disappointed me because I felt that somewhere, yes, she showed some support, but here and there she kept leaving her as usual, as she would always do. She's that friend. That's why I always say I love Fina, but I have a problem with the issue of her being the alpha female. Although for this week, my highlight, I liked the way she was begging. I don't know what she was saying. Yeah. I didn't hear what she was saying, but I just liked the slanging that she was doing. I was laughing. She made my day that day, that girl. I'm telling you. So, but then in terms of her being a reliable friend, it doesn't do for me. And as for, I wanted to say something about Groovy. What is Groovy doing there? What is he still doing there? Because we don't really get any highlight from Groovy. He's not head of a house. He's not talking so much to anyone. He's not giving us, when he goes to the diary room, we don't feel him. We don't feel Groovy except for the pink-headed thing. I like you don't say that pink-headed boy.
Latricia, sorry, let me chip in something. You won't believe that. During his diary session, he's more expressive to Big Brother. But on Tuesday, I think that was yesterday, this guy talked and talked and talked and talked. Big Brother got tired. And for the first time in the history of Big Brother Bbnaija, they went on an ad break. Because he was talking non-stop, no filter. He was just talking. And he was telling Big Brother, oh yeah, Big Brother, I talk a lot. I know how to talk a lot. And he was sweating. I don't know if he was actually tense or maybe he was nervous, talking to Big Brother, probably because of the fear of eviction. This guy was talking and was like, oh yeah, I talk a lot. And I'm like, bro, if you talk this much, why weren't you talking all this while inside the house? You only talk in the diary room. You don't talk. I mean, obviously, Fina is in Thailand. I thought I should keep that in. Please carry on.
Yes, okay. I think maybe he was desperate for votes. He wanted people to see him. He realizes that now this is the time and all that. I'm up. Maybe he thinks that he's up with strong people like your Hermes and everything. Adekule, they've been up, and Brian as well is very strong. I think he's getting to feel the heat. Maybe he was trying to, I didn't see it, maybe he was trying to market himself in a way like Lady Bella was doing, indirectly so. So anyway, I also wanted to say the choice of the veto power. I thought it was good that the first choice, which is Fina, that was an excellent choice. I liked what she did despite what happened last week or what. Yes, but she still remembers that Fina saved her. Maybe we don't know, something could have happened, So that was the first choice. It was expected, actually. And then secondly, for her choosing Daniela, for a strategy, yes, it did work. But also, I thought she was going to show some love to the former housemates who also saved her, because we are not even sure that Chichi is strong. Who saved her? Who made her to make it to there? Because remember, they were hiding behind the head of houses, all of them. You get that? That's why Alison was just up once and then immediately she was out. Then that's how you know that, oh, this person, that means she was just she was on a gravy train. You understand? So I felt that she could have showed some love, maybe even if yes, they are strong, Hermes and Adekule, but then she could have just shown some love to either Hermes or Adekule to say, you know what, you were once head of houses, you never swapped me or anything, but I survived because of your work of excellence. You understand? So that is what I expect.
Can I tell you why she did not save them? Can I tell you why she did not save them? You probably saw it, but just to mention it for the benefit of people on here. So you recall the night that the gang up happened, that Shaggy, Bella, Chomzi, Eluswa, when they were instigating and trying to pick a fight between herself and Fina fell for it and was shouting at her. Do you know that evening, do you recall seeing Chichi going to meet Hermes in the kitchen? to try to explain herself. And Yemis was running away from her, saying, hey, I'm not there, I'm not there. Exactly. Yemis treated her like trash. And remember, that same last week, okay, was it last week? I think 2 weeks ago when Yemis was head of house, and Yemis had lashed out at her like that. She was the only person that Yemis was just lashing out at throughout that week. And it made her feel insignificant, like, oh, why is it that whenever something is happening and she wants to hear her own opinion, she'll be shut down. So last week, Yemis did the same thing. When that gang up was happening, she was looking for a witness. She was looking for somebody that was going to stand as a witness for her. And remember, part of what caused that issue with Rachel was because of Yemis and Adekunle. They wrote the whole Showmax movie ticket thing, and then Big Brother went and swapped it. Now, if Yemis and Adekunle had come out to explain to Rachel that it is not Chichi's fault, it is actually Big Brother's fault, it would have died of the whole matter. But instead, they were instigating more to happen with those people. So Chichi might act like she's unsmart, but she's a very, very smart person. She's a very smart person. So for all of those reasons, trust me, it was difficult for her to even show love, even if she wanted to. And according to her, she was almost going to choose, I think it was Sheg. There was somebody that she was going to choose out of one of them. But then Daniela's own reason came more handy for her because Daniela was the only person that stood by her, even when her own best friend, Fina, was against her.
Yes.
Daniela was the only person that stood by her. And even before that night, Daniela had been encouraging her because she would be complaining that, oh, she's scared. She doesn't know if she's going to make it to the 9th week. Daniela was the only friend she had in that house. So for her, it was easy for her to make that decision, of choosing Daniela, being that one person that's more like the castaway in the house, and then someone that's as intelligent as Daniela can still look at her and tell her that, listen, you are not less than everybody here. You're somebody as well. So for her, it kind of boosted up her morale, and kind of boosted up her self-esteem.
Yeah, and more especially because Daniela and her, they just met when the houses were merged and all that. It makes sense what you're saying. Now I remember, yes, the issue of Adekunle and Yemis, moreover, the one of the movie ticket. Now I understand, now I understand. Then it is valid. I withdraw what I said. No, it was worth it. She had to do it that way because I remember you did make a video of that saying that they were supposed to explain it and clarify it to Rachel for the sake of Chichi. But then they really got a surprise. Another thing that I wanted to say is that people were looking down on her. I think that is why they were behaving the way they behaved. And I liked her choice of a deputy. Is it a deputy or a partner to sleep with? Yes, for so I liked it. I said that was a perfect choice, and that is someone that has always not really supporting her, but then who has never had an issue with her all the time. So that was a very perfect show. So, but anyway, with time, let's go and see. But then as for the begging, but then Big Brother, was it not an instruction? Was it not an instruction that you go and beg?
Yeah.
But for people to go there and say, I can't say this, to next their thing. I like you said something about the Big Brother Mzansi. All of them knew that she is strong somehow.
Yeah.
And guess what? They knew that they were strong, but they begged. It
wasn't because they had to follow through.
Yes, they still begged. But then, and I'm looking and I'm like, look at who's not begging. I hope that Big Brother starts by saying, who's this? On Sunday, Ebuka starts by saying, Sheila. She mustn't say Sheks and Bella. Just say, Sheila, come out. You have been evicted. They are they are like dead. They're like this. She must just say, Sheila, you have been evicted out. Because everything they do, they are tweets, So let it burn. Let them go. But I'm hoping that we do not have a relationship in the final week. I hope that Groovy goes. He's not giving us anything anyway. I'm praying that maybe at least they put, because according to what we see, but we don't know how true that is. But then in terms of faves, like you're saying, we don't know if people are voting. It looks like Adekunle and Groovy, they are somehow equal or something, yes. But then we'll just see. I'm hoping and praying that Adekunle makes it to the final, just so that we don't have a relationship, because definitely Yemis and Brian are going. Those two are going. Come I tell you, those two are going to the final. So we don't know. Anyway,
yeah.
we'll see on Sunday. I
Yeah.
exhausted my 10 minutes. Thank you,
No, it's fine.
Glory,
It's
for a
fine.
beautiful
Do you
show.
want to comment on Czech and Bella's quarrel last night?
It's because I'm tired. And I do have a comment on that. I'm just tired. I'm just tired of this toxic relationship. And I honestly do have a comment on that. Their fight when Shex was saying you are rude and you are what you are all those things. And I said the same thing. I said, you know what, Glory just stole my words. That week after Ebuka has exposed him, he tried to be the nice guy, which he is not, according to me. Then that tells you that the person is he's not being real. And then he is a real abuser, like I always say. So now he's going back to that. If you feel that your woman is rude, even rude to other people, why do you wait for her to have a fight with you? Then sitting with her down when she is being rude to Glory and say, my baby, you know what? I know Glory is noisy and all that, but it was not proper the way you handled the matter. In future, when things like this happen, this is how a lady or a woman talks to a woman, or avoid conversations because you are not good. Your words come out foul and it will be denting to you. Something like that. Oh, you wait when you come and you use it as a weapon. That's an abuser, that one. That relationship is toxic, Glory. I'm not going to say much, but that on its own, that is one of the points that I had, that if really he was a real man that we must respect, who is a better Nigerian of London Nigerian, whatever he is, he was going to sit her lady down, like Groovy does. Groovy doesn't wait for them to fight. He sits her down and say, baby girl, but I think this thing of what and what not, whatever, whether wrong or right, that he's addressing, but the timing is perfect. Groovy's timing is always perfect. He doesn't wait for them to be in a fight. It's only that sometimes he will address her while drunk, which is fruitless, it's pointless. But then at least it shows that yes, he doesn't wait for another offense to happen, and then you start opening files. You start going to archives and bringing things. You are even rude to everybody in the house. And it is him who was saying people are maltreating her woman. And then now he's contradicting himself. No, those two are toxic. They are actually teaching small children who are watching this show nasty things. Big Brother was supposed to evict them a long time ago.
Exactly.
And thank you. That is all for me for those two. Yes.
Thank you so much, Lucretia. Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure having you on here. And I really appreciate you coming straight on here to your second home right from the office. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I feel really honored. Thank you so much. All right. Please stick around. And as usual, if you still want to add more, you know what to do. You can just, use the link again. All right. Thank you so much. Okay, let's quickly move on to Deborah. Deborah, I've been seeing your comments and I'm super excited that you're on here to speak. How are you?
Hi, Glory.
Hi.
You look so gorgeous, Glory. I just want to say that. You look so gorgeous.
Thank you so much. Listen, I'm super excited that you're speaking because I've been seeing your comments and I'm like, oh my God, this person should surely come and speak. Yeah. Anyway, fire on. Let's hear you speak.
Glory, this year, this Big Brother this year is been disappointing me. Let's start with the live eviction. Lost Sunday live eviction. I think Sheg was supposed to leave, but then since it was Sheg's, they didn't want him to leave. I don't know why, but they didn't want him to leave. Maybe they want the ship in the house. But then in my mind, it's like if it was Adekule that was there, Adekule was gonna leave the house for sure. And also, I also want to talk about the HOH. This year, people are not respecting the HOH position. Even if you don't like someone, even if they're in power, you must at least respect them. Like in the house, sometimes we have argument with our parents. They are our parents, but then we still respect them. You see? I don't like Bella's attitude is just too much. It's unnecessary sometimes. And I feel like towards like she can be rude to other people and other people shouldn't be rude to her. So whatever she says, people must agree with that and other people shouldn't look down on her, but she can do that. And for me, that's it for me, Glory. But then thank you so much for your videos and everything, because when I miss something, I always come back on your YouTube and watch the video and understand the show. And even on Twitter now, I'll go follow everybody. And thank you so much.
Thank you
That's all
so
I
much.
wanted to say.
All right. Thank you so much, Deborah. All right, quickly we move on to Sekai. Hi. Hello.
Hi, Glory, and hi, everybody.
Good evening. It's a pleasure having you on here this evening. How are you?
I'm very well. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, you're welcome. So please fire on. Let's hear your thoughts about all these events as they've been unfolding
Okay.
this Sunday.
Thank you. You look good, Glory. I must just first say that.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
So yeah, I'm gonna be quick with this. I actually watched the show this week consistently, and I'm quite happy with it. And I think, in as much as I complained last week about Big Brother packing all these twists into the show, I'm quite happy with the show we have. It's kind of different from the ones we've had in the past. I really like that. So the first part that I was excited about is seeing Chomzi and Elo Swag leaving. I thoroughly enjoyed that. And even watching their media rounds, I am so happy that at least if Chomzi has family that loves her, they need to now help her question her attitude. She needs to change a couple of things. Everything about her media rounds is asking her about how people are saying she's bitter, all the things that she did on the show. They're also asking other people, but I'm interested specifically in hers because that girl is so beautiful. I expected a lot from her. But when she opened her mouth, such bad things came out. I did not like that. So I'm happy that all these questions that are coming her way, she needs to question herself inside. She can lie to us, Glory. She's been lying during her media rounds. But when you go home, when you sleep as a Chomzi, you are questioning your behavior. She must ask herself why everybody's asking her why she's the bitter leaf, because that's how we know her now. So I'm happy that, there's all that happening. Moving on to Shags, why Shags was not evicted. I mean, I saw the internet huffing and puffing, and I was shocked. It happened to Elo Swag as well. It can happen to anybody. I'm not really complaining about that. I feel that Big Brother needed Shags in there for the drama. I mean, we're still talking, right? Yes, I wanted to see Bella on her own because she's one of my favorite people. I did. I wanted to see her independent, to see what she brings to the game. And unfortunately, she is still there, but it's not like outside what's normal in this particular show. It's happened before with Elo Swag. I'm thinking a Big Brother could have done it, and it's not extremely questionable in my head. But I do see why other people would think like that. That's just not my view. Moving now next to the head of house. Yeah, I was very happy for Chichi. I'm really proud of that girl. And somebody said she was understated. Is that the word? People just look down on her in the house a lot, right? And I don't think anybody expected her to win the head of house at any time, but she was one of the few women that were closest to winning from all the head of house games that they played. So we could see the potential. I saw it, but I just didn't see her intelligence until she won it. I don't know if you saw the conversation she had with Brian outside after she did a veto save. I don't know if you saw that, Glory. She had a conversation with Brian.
Hello, Sekai.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but your audio is kind of fuzzy. I can't really hear you properly. Can you try?
That's too bad.
We can hear her, Glory.
Oh, can you guys hear her clearly?
Yes.
Okay. Please continue, Sekai.
Okay, I'll be quick now and finish with this. I was saying Chichi had a conversation with Brian after she did her veto save, and she broke down all the scenarios that she had, that she could have chosen Hermes, right? Instead of Yes, instead of Daniela. And she said, in as much as Shags went in there thinking it's a done deal, she was never going to choose Shags because Bella was not going to like that. You know how Bella has become this jealous woman. I don't understand where that jealousy is coming from, but it's actually very clear now, especially towards the end. Sadly, she doesn't need that because in as much as Shags looks like a playboy, which I believe he can be outside, he has not given her any reason to act like that in this show. He could have been a playboy and he suits it, but he didn't. But anyway, Chichi broke it down like that. That girl is so clever. I watched the talk and they gave her so much airtime. She broke everything down and then she later leaned on to confront Rachel. That was gangster. And what I also liked is she saved Fina. You know, previously when Fina saved Chichi, I thought it was an emotional decision, right? And I felt like, why is Fina doing this? But it paid off. And I'm so happy she did that because now she's safe. The only thing I want in the end is for Fina to break herself off from Groovy. I think that guy is draining her towards the end of the show. I just wanted her to have fun these last 2 weeks. You're safe, Fina. You can enjoy yourself and do whatever the hell you want, even if you catch a strike. The outside has got your back. That's what I wanted. And I want Hermes, Brian, and Adekule to be safe. So that is my kind of top 6 if Big Brother is taking it that far. I think that's all I wanted to say.
Thank you so much, Sakia. And your last statement about Tina and Groovy, I completely agree because there was a conversation I saw last night. I was going to make a different video about it to analyze, extensively, but let's just go ahead and talk about it. So, Bella was playing Beauty's advocate. So the same thing that Chomzi had done last week, Bella was interrogating Fina and Groovy about their relationship, how did they come to become a ship all of a sudden. And Fina was explaining herself, which is quite annoying to be very honest, because for me, I feel like, hey, nobody has monopoly of being in a ship situationship in the house, right? So when it was time for Groovy to tell his own part of the story, Groovy completely threw Fina under the bus. I don't know how many of us had that conversation. I don't know if you heard it, Sakai.
Yes.
You saw it, right? When Bella was asking him, did Fina directly come to you and tell you that she was hustling you for her best friend, Amaka? What did Groovy say? He said no. The only thing she came to tell me was that, oh, and don't you think it's time for you to have a girlfriend? And
yes,
I said
you are
no.
free now. Exactly.
Oh my God. I mean, I know all along that Groovy does not love Fina. He does not really
at all.
like her. He doesn't even like her that much, to be honest. But it was the way he said it. Like he said it and he just locked up. And Fina was looking at him and she too, she was like, oh well, I accept whatever comes with that, like I put myself in that situation, so what the hell? And then today again, Chichi was asking him in the garden, if Chomzi was in this house, if you had not started what you started with Fina, would you have been with Chomzi? He did not even wait for the question to land. Immediately he said, oh yes, of course, yes, I would have been with Chomzi. But I did not know that I and Chomzi were ever going to be in the same space. I mean, it felt like he was regretting having anything to do with Fina at all.
Yes, he only wants Fina when it benefits him. Did you see when he was pleading his case for the veto safe? He threw Fina's word. Yes.
He was He was
But who does
Fina as
that?
a base. He was using Fina as a base to get Chichi's sympathy because he knows fully well that Chichi cherishes the friendship she has with Fina. So it was like he was trying to prove to Chichi that, oh, this is your friend. I love her so much, but you have to save me. I'm like, what?
No. Groovy is
Nah.
such a drag, and he's making her Fina lose weight, lose moral, like emotional weight. He's just so draining to the girl. And I want Fina to enjoy these last few days freely. That she doesn't even say who they anymore. That Nigeria that she had, that thing that she had, the Raz kind. I don't know. She doesn't have that anymore because she was trying to impress this guy who, So I'm not liking that. So I'm hoping that happens, And also, Glory, you mentioned something about the head of house not having as much respect as they did in the past. It was Elosinam season when Elos, I think that's his name, the cute boy from this. Yes, he came into the house much later, and he won ahead of. I think Big Brother had to caution the house again in terms of the power that title had. Right, so I blame Big Brother for the people not respecting head of house this season because Bella did it last week. She was not punished, so anybody can do it right now and go scot-free because Big Brother is not clearing the guys. So I literally blame Biggie for that. Thank you so much, Gloria. I think that's all I wanted to say tonight.
Thank you. Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome.
Thank you so much for gracing this platform with your.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
You're always welcome. Okay, quickly, we're going to move on to P. I thought I saw Eve just now. Eve, where are you? Okay, whilst you're waiting for Eve, let's quickly move on to P. Hi, P.
Hi.
Princess.
Hello.
You're welcome.
Can you hear me?
Perfectly.
Okay.
You're welcome to the conversation.
Thank you. I was going to chill out today and not speak. However, your hair made me come on.
Hey, I think
I love the color. I love the color. You look really pretty.
Thank you so much. Thank you
Is
so
it color
much.
33? It looks like color
I don't
33,
know.
but I'm not sure. Okay.
Honestly, I don't know. I just told the person just color it. I can do this.
It's pretty.
Thank you so much. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So
Okay.
Sunday was disappointing for sure. I'm among those who feel like they are favoring Shegs. Overall,
Okay.
Sunday was just blah. On the question Ebuka asked Fina, what the actual heck was that? Well, let me not drag him. I said before that I couldn't wait for Chumsy to physically leave, and I'm glad she's gone. And I'm not going to listen to any crap she has to say now that she's out. Chichi screaming and calling on God during the game was cute and funny at the same time. I'm the same. Like most times I just scream. Scream and call on God, that's me. She deserves
And God sure answered her.
Yeah. She deserves and earns the HOH title.
Yeah.
She picked the right people. She picked the right people. One strong, which is Fina, and one weak, and that's Daniela. And the fact that Daniela has been supporting her, that's a great thing as well. On your thumbnail with Fina on the left, Chichi in the middle, and Daniela on the right, the way Fina was looking at Chichi, to me, her face looked like the heart eyes emoji. If heart eyes emoji was a person, it would be Fina. Sorry. But look, it's so cute. I'm like, oh, I love that thumbnail. I'm like, it's so cute. She looks like the heart eye emoji.
You could see the genuineness in a smile.
Yes, yes. Chichi did well and good for choosing Fina. At least she's kind of like returning the favor. And Fina selling herself to Chichi was hilarious. That butt shaking. I was like, really? Are you serious? And why are the others so mad to the extent to disregarding Chichi's position? The fact is that she had to pick only two people. One person, actually, I'm not going to count Fina. What Bella did to Chichi during the meeting was so disrespectful. She did the exact same thing to Fina. The truth is that Bella does not respect herself, so she can never respect anybody else. I just pray they do not sabotage the wager for Chichi. Bella lacks self-respect. That's why she was begging Sheg, even when she did nothing wrong. I always say to people who have tried to disrespect me in the past, and maybe even in the future if they try, that if you do not respect yourself, I will show you what disrespect is. That's what most people should be doing. Like, especially old men, they like to always take it far. And I'm like, I will show you what disrespect is if you don't respect yourself. Bella and Shegs, they truly deserve each other, and people have been saying that over and over again for a very long time now. Bella is saying that she's ready to get married to Shegs now. That they know each other enough now not to wait 2 years as Shegs wants it. Well, it means she's okay with the toxic. Yeah, it means she's okay with the toxic and abusive personality and behavior Shegs has. Then that's good for her. If she likes it, well, I love it. Just can't wait. Yeah, I just can't wait for the two rude and toxic couple to get out of the house. Shegs is talking like a typical London guy. I'm going to get to know you for 2 years before getting married to you. Absolute nonsense and rubbish.
I think we need to do a live stream where you educate us about all these Playboy London guys because I think
are you ready? Nobody should drag me, oh. As long as they don't drag me in the comments. Okay, if they want me to use my stories, other people's stories, however they want it. But when it comes to my stories, don't drag me. But I have got stories for days about myself and others.
I'm interested. We have to do a live stream about it. I'm interested. I want to know.
Well, we arrange that. We'll see. Yeah. So absolute nonsense and rubbish. Like, they always say, oh, I want to wait 2 years. A guy actually said that to me once. And I'm like, oh, really? In your dreams, it's you and your mother that will be waiting for 2 years.
You
You and
become
your
Lord of the
mother.
Rings.
Lord of the Rings. He has never
You
given you the
can
ring yet. No, Glory. He has never given you the ring yet. He wants to get to know you for 2
Wow.
years. Some of them will even say, moving together for 2 years. So they'll be enjoying all the benefits. You'll be the cook, the everything, the cleaner. Let me not continue. You know what women do. So absolute nonsense and rubbish with his awful personality. When Bella is supposed to run for her life, she wants to go all in. So good
She has
luck.
no idea.
Same thing with Fina. I know Groovy is moving mad. The thing is that I used to say to people as well, if you don't like me anymore, let me know and leave me alone. They never listen to that. The thing is that the truth is that you have to save yourself. I know Fina said that to Groovy. The thing is that even though I said that to them, and even though she said that to Groovy, she should save herself. If he does anything that she doesn't like, leave. That's what I do. They do anything I don't like. Most of the times they're always begging, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I'm like, no problem. But the thing is that when their cup is full, I always leave. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. And you can't keep saying sorry without changing your behavior. I'm not into that. I'm not for that. So yeah, that's all. Thank you so much.
See, thank you.
Bye.
The story is high. The story is high. That's all I can say. Really, thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure having you here. Yes, we hope to have you again on Saturday. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. And really, I'm serious. We need to, P, if you can hear me, I'm really serious. We need to have that live stream, where us ladies will come together. Let's talk about all of these promises, get to know you, engaging you. I want to hear stories, though. It has not happened to me before. I want to hear stories. Anyways, we have on here Mina. Hi, Mina.
Hello, Glory.
Mina,
Yay.
your reactions are just giving me life. Right from when you were down there, I was just looking at your reaction. You saw in the video, you will laugh. I just love your epic reactions. You're welcome to the conversation. How are you?
Oh, thank you. I'm fine. This is my first time joining your live. Actually, I've joined the live stream in the chat section, but I've never come on the video or the audio. So I'm happy.
Wow.
Yeah. Yes.
I am happy to
I've been
see you.
following you since the Pepper Dem season.
Oh, that's a while.
Yeah.
That's a while. I'm happy to finally see your face.
Yeah. Actually, I'm just tired of this whole level up season. So today I decided to also join your live stream so that I can talk. I'm fed up. Okay, to start with, I think we all like beautiful things. Yes, we all like beautiful things.
In Chichi's words,
yes, in Chichi's words, I don't want anyone to come and attack me or ask for maybe supporting one person and then always being on another person's case. Please, normally we all like beautiful things. Okay, about the head of house game. I don't know. Actually, I love Fina, I love Chichi, but I don't know. I just have a feeling that it was staged. That's what I think. It was staged. Yes, and the reason why, staged, because I have a reason for that. Why were the names indicated on the beams? I don't know if Glory, you've considered it. Yes, the names of the housemates on the balance beams that they were standing on. Each person had a particular beam that they had to use. Yes. Now, look at what happened. Chichi was able to get 5 balls. And then Groovy was also able to get 4 balls. So if Chichi hadn't won, Groovy would have been the head of house. Yeah, I started thinking about it. Why? What is happening? Why will this happened all of a sudden in this final week. It was as if everything was moving towards Fina getting into the finals at all costs.
Okay, can I respond to that? Can I respond to that?
Yeah. You can. Because I've been thinking about it.
Yeah, your perspective is really interesting, and you mentioning it now, I'm thinking about it. But honestly, I don't think so. Now, talking about naming the beams for each of the housemates, it's typical this entire season. If you've noticed from the start of the season till now, for every time that the housemates have to participate in the head of house challenge, especially the ones that require them to do specific tasks, their names are indicated. If it's on a table, it's on a table. If it's on a bowl, it's on a bowl. So they've always had their names indicated everywhere. And if you notice, I think after the first 4 head of house challenge, where we had the level 1 housemates consistently winning and the viewers complaining that the show was not favoring the collective, that the show was only favoring level 1, the organizers had to change the direction of the head of house game. So they started setting up challenges that both genders could actually easily play at the same capacity, at the same level. All right. So that's why for the following head of house challenge, I think from week 5, you will see that the women will compete together and then the men will compete together. And then for this particular last one, this last one we have on Monday, remember it came with the supreme veto power privilege. So
yes.
Everybody had to play together. And personally, I don't think they actually set anything up at all. I don't think so. I think it was a case of balance. Now, if you watch Chichi, if you've been looking at the way Chichi has been playing the head of house challenge, you will notice that Chichi is not one person that is overly scattered. You will notice that she's one person that really takes her time to do things. And that's why for most of the time, for every head of house challenge that has to do with timing, she's very, very slow. She's not fast. Now, that slowness that she has, it kind of plays to our own advantage on Monday, because the game on Monday required balance. It required focus. It required someone that was kind of a bit slow. If you're a bit slow, you are able to maintain balance on top of that beam or whatever it's called, right? So that's why for the likes of Adekunle has speed. If you notice, Adekunle has speed. Bella has speed because they are very, very light in their gait. So that's why you notice that Adekunle already bonded about 4 balls on his tray, and by the time he's rushing to go down, the thing kept on falling. Daniela has 4 balls. So for those people who were actually very, very fast, they were the ones that kept on losing out. If you notice, the people that were very, very slow, they were the ones that were kind of coupling the balls on their tray. So for me, that was how I saw it. But your perspective is quite interesting.
All right. Yeah. Then the next thing, I was happy Chichi won. In actual fact, Fina is my girl, so I was just wishing that Chichi or Groovy wins the head of house, and it happened as such. With the veto power, I'm happy. Fina was a sure choice, but Daniela, I think yes, Chichi used emotions and also sometimes maybe strategy, because she also thought Daniela might be weak. Yes, as against choosing Hermes or any of the other guys who might be stronger. Now, to the eviction on Sunday, number one, I was disappointed. I can't even express how disappointed I was, because it is very, very high. And then what was up with the ninjas, the 3 ninjas that came to take Chomzi and her group out, the house guests? What was the ninjas entering the whole house for? Because I don't understand. Glory, maybe you can explain it to us. What was the essence of that drama?
To be honest, as you called it, it was supposed to be a dramatic entrance of the ninjas and a dramatic exit of Biggie's gang. But if you recall, I think this is the second time that Biggie is trying to pull off a dramatic stunt on the housemates, and it's a flop. The first one was when Biggie had given Deji, was it Deji? I think Deji and Cheesy that task that Ebuka was going to tell the fake housemates to stand and to leave, that they're evicted, that they should not react. Now, if you notice, Ebuka had flopped by mentioning the gender of the fake housemate, and that was Udela. Ebuka was not supposed to do that. And it made me wonder if Ebuka got the memo or not. Now, that was supposed to be a dramatic eviction that became a huge flop. That's one. And then on Sunday, if you check the poster from the organizers, they are giving us this banging anticipation that, it will choke, like the eviction was going to shock everybody. And so I guess that was why they brought the ninjas. But then again, the ninjas were not really, I don't know, but it was a huge flop. Yeah. So the essence of the ninjas, from what I saw, they were supposed to come and give us one dramatic, maybe they were supposed to come and bundle those people on their head, carry them outside. I don't know, but it just did not work out.
The least said the better about that drama. Okay, about the disrespect to the HOH, I think Biggie has to do something about it. It is becoming unbecoming. I loved Cheesy's address today. I was so happy he spoke. I also think Lara said something. Chichi should have delegated. Yes, Chichi should have delegated. There are so many things she could have delegated to just get herself out of some of these situations. And Rachel, I am tired of seeing Rachel on my screens. Please, can we sort of petition Big Brother to take Rachel out of the game? Please. I am fed up because it looks like she's not riding anymore. She's having her own personal issues with everyone. Even today, she was having an issue with Cheesy. I'm like, please, Rachel, get out of there. She should join the evictees on Sunday. I beg. She shouldn't make it to the 72. We've had enough of her. Now, I'm coming to the ships. Okay, with Groovy and Fina, Groovy, as they want to be called. I just think that those two people know what they are doing. So let us stay out of their matter. I think Groovy is using Fina, and I think Fina is doing likewise. Because I overheard, I think, was it Brian or Daniela, some weeks back, they were talking about the fact that Fina is the only one from her room, her original room in level 2, who is still on the show. So it looks like Fina just needs someone to hold on to, or someone in her corner. That's what I'll say. She needs someone in her corner. She needs someone that she can at least be able to vouch for, that this person has my back. That is what I think. So that is why she's still with Groovy. Because Fina, as we know, is very smart. She has watched this Big Brother franchise several times, and she knows the gameplay and strategy. So she would know if Groovy is using her as a strategy. So I think we should just leave them to do whatever they want to do. About Shakes and Bella, it's exhausting, Glory. Maybe we should just pray that I'm not Nigerian, but I think Mr. and Mrs. Ikoyi can invite me, because I want to be at that wedding. I want to see. Seriously, I need to attend that wedding. So please get me an invite. I don't know what to say anymore. Shakes never praises Bella's growth. Never. He's always castigating her. Come on, we are tired. We've seen Bella change a bit. At least sometimes he needs to appreciate that growth. But I don't see it. It's always about, you are rude, you don't do this, you don't do this. Still, she's trying. Just sometimes some little encouragement might help, but I don't see that coming. And in the my last point is that we are all lovers of love. I am a lover of love. But the kind of love I'm seeing here is not the kind that we should fall in love with. No. So please, this shippers and whatever they are, I can't wait for the show to be over so that we see them outside the house. Okay, I think we all wanted drama at the start of the competition. I'll say finally that the drama is choke. So please, Glory, let's just wait for the 2 weeks to go quickly so that we can end. Thank you very much, Glory.
Thank you very much. Hugs and kisses to you. It was really fun engaging your thoughts. And yes, I think I totally agree with you about the Groovy and Fina situation. I don't even budge. I'm not even bothered, because the very night that Groovy and Fina officially started, that very week, Fina was having a fun conversation with Amaka, and she clearly explained everything to Amaka that, listen, for this relationship, I am not looking for love. I'm not looking for a long-term commitment. I am just looking for somebody to take care of me and pamper me and kiss me and touch me and do whatever. Why? Because she has not been in a relationship in a long time. So having what she has with Ruby is for her to keep body and soul together. Yeah. So I don't think Fina is actually with Groovy to get votes. No. I think this girl has watched this show for a long time that now she can recognize a housemate that is potentially strong and a housemate that's not strong. And I think that in a way, Fina knows, she's fully aware that she's a strong contender. She knows. So I don't think she's actually with Ruby to get votes. No, I think she's with him just for companionship, and it's working for both of them. Anyways, we move on to Fifi. Hi, Fifi.
Glory. Hi, Glory.
Good
Hi,
evening.
Glory. How are you?
I'm
I'm
fine.
glad to be here. Can you hear me?
Perfectly, perfectly. How are you?
Oh, yeah. First of all, I would like to say hi to everybody, and I'd like to comment on your hair. As in, literally, I've been here dying, waiting. I'm like, that hair, like, oh my God. And I will not say that, all of them, all your pieces,
Thank
all
you.
of them always look
Thank
nice. You look lovely as always. Um,
you.
just quickly to get into what everyone was saying. First off, I would like to talk about, I think, the eviction. That eviction had me excited. They really sold to me, the anticipation. Me and my family, I had a bottle of Baileys that I kept for a whole week, waiting to enjoy after I see one of the Ikois leave on Sunday. And lo and behold, I was the one who had laughed at. I am telling you. Everyone laughed at me, but I saw it coming. I kind of saw it coming because I think like a day before, I had a conversation with one of my cousins and I told them Big Brother is most likely to pull on us what he did with Angel last season, this season, in terms of the Ikois. I was like, if it happens that Bella is third to last, or Shegs is third to last, I am very sure Big Brother will only evict 2 people. I said it. So, but still, I kind of had this anticipation because I wanted to see the reaction of Chichi, of Chomzi, sorry, when she realized that she was actually a week already evicted out of the house. Because this girl, most people are saying that the 3 of them assumed, but I would like to correct people. The 3 of them didn't assume. Chomzi went for that nomination session and came out already convinced that they were real housemates. So she imposed her convictions on the other 2. I do not think, especially Doyin. Doyin was very skeptical, being the very intelligent person that she was. I think the thing that where Big Brother now put Doyin in the bottle was when he brought them into the actual house, like back downstairs. But I think if he had not done that, Doyin would have been on her toes the whole week. And I also think Eloswag also kind of tried to, be convinced with what Chomzi had been selling, and then later also believed when he got down. But other than that, that girl said too much. I mean, she said too much. We've already leveled up. I know I'm going to be in this house until the very end. So I just wanted to see the reaction on her stupid face when when they evicted her. Because that Sunday, it even took her very long to get ready. Big Brother was like 30 minutes to the live evictions, and Chomzi still had this head wrap on her head. She really looked like, my dear, Big Brother is my brother. There is no way I'm leaving this house. So I might as well be comfortable. You get? So now her leaving, like, that's the only thing that got me to sip on my Baileys that Sunday. Yeah, honestly. And then that's that. So basically the eviction was underwhelming, very underwhelming. I was pissed off with Big Brother. I was like, Big Brother, so you did it again. You did it last season. You've done it again this season. So at first I was pissed, but then later I was like, why should I be pissed? At the end of the day, it's a game and Big Brother can do whatever he wants. But I feel like Big Brother this season has toiled with all our emotions. and he has played some game plans that, if I'm to use Shakespeare's words, I would have done differently if I were a big brother. That's all I can say about the eviction. And then Monday, and the head of house games. Honestly, I was scared. I was scared the whole day. I kept praying because I was like, big brother, you've already saved Shakes. I do not want the devil to now come into this matter and make Shakes win head of house when his ass deserved to be home watching the show, the rest of the show, like all of us. So I was damn scared. I'm like, I do not know what Big Brother is playing at. I was like, let me just hold my breath. So I was literally holding my breath. And then what Mina said about the conspiracy, I also actually kind of reached that conclusion when he said everyone's, plaque had like a name to it. I'm like, oh yeah, Big Brother is about to make Sheikh Zobela head of house. So I was scared to death. But then when Chichi won, I celebrated. I celebrated first of all because it was a long time coming, honestly, for Chichi, because she felt like the biggest underdog in the game this season. So I was so happy that finally she had won the title. Number one. Number two, I was happy because I knew definitely Fina is now sailing into the finals because they are friends, and also I knew if Veto power comes to play, Fina will be safe. So I was so happy. I was like, Fina's God is really doing his work. Like that one impressed me. With regards to her choices in her supreme veto power, I was happy that she actually chose the people she chose. Why? I was not happy from the standpoint that, oh, maybe Chichi used strategy or what. No. I was happy that she decided to pick the females. Because I've seen season after season whereby always in the finals, the ladies are the minority, the guys are the majority. But this season, I'm very sure ladies are going to be the majority, giving at least making one step closer for another woman winning Big Brother this season, which is all I'm about. Let me be frank. I'm all about a lady taking this 100 million this season, and that's why I'm pushing behind Fina, like because of her energy, the kind of vibe that she's giving. I feel like I can vibe and rally behind that. So I was glad that Chichi chose to go with girl power. I mean, let us have a girl show at the end of the day, With regards to keeping up with the Ikois, we are kind of tired. We are tired. I mean, we can't wait for them. I don't know how far they've reached with buying that apartment, but I can say this for sure. People don't know why Bella is doing what she's doing. Now, let me put my own in this matter. I think Bella, in her mind, idolizes the most soft life ever. I think she fancies herself being a Kardashian, just be famous for doing nothing. That's Bella. Because all the theories, all the dreams, all the talk that Shegs has been talking, it has really put this girl in a universe of her own. So I'm thinking Bella already planned. They promised her an apartment in Ikoyi. They've promised her trips to and fro from, Nigeria to London all the time. She has all those kept away in her mind. She has the lovely, spontaneous getaways to all these lovely places on earth in her mind. And I'm very sure Bella has even picked out the baby stores where she will shop for her children the clothes. I think that's where she is. So anyone who wants to disturb Bella, leave her alone. Bella is in her own world right now. So she does not understand when Shakes is abusing her. And no, that thing is going to come in from one ear and escape through the next. Because in her mind, she has already planned. Her schedule is there. We are going to get out, get married, this and this. But I'm also waiting for her own reality check because she's a second Chomzi, honestly. Chomzi and Bella were kind of the same person. only in a very different way, in that one feels that she has achieved her destiny, which is in an embodiment of Shakes, and the other thought that Big Brother was her destiny because she thought she was Big Brother was her mate, like someone used to say. So yeah, exactly. Giddy Fire said it correctly when he said that. So I feel that Bella is delusional. That's what I'm just trying to say. She's delusional, and I'm glad that I did not see the fight that she had with Shakes last night. I had to watch it on your video because it makes more sense. Actually, it's more entertaining having you to review it for me. Because had I watched it myself, I would have punched my TV. Because come on, there is no other way to eat. There is no other way to eat. Eh?
Okay,
This guy has
thank
been.
you.
So thank you very much. That's all I had to say.
Baby, are you sure you didn't take that baby today? Because you've been throwing fire,
No.
fire.
Oh my dear, I took some yesterday again. I had to add because I needed to go through. These housemates have given me headache this season. That's the truth.
I know. Honestly, I'm not giving to the housemates this season. They've stressed me out. Not just me, we've been stressing the viewers. And it's quite interesting because, guys, honestly, anyways, we're going to review all of these things much later. But really, thank you so much, PT. Thank you so much
You're
for bringing your
welcome.
amazing sense of humor here. All right, quickly, we move on to Eve. Hello, Eve. You're back. I'm happy you're back. Hello, Eve, you have to unmute. Okay. Can you hear me? Eve, are you there? Okay, we're going to quickly move on to Estelle. Hello, Estelle. You can unmute yourself so that we can hear you. Estelle, I can't unmute you, so you have to unmute yourself so that we can hear you. Hey. Okay, we move on to Pony. Hi, Pony.
Hi,
Pony.
Glory.
Oh, great. Finally, I can hear your voice. Hi. You're welcome to the conversation.
Thank you. I've learned your ways now, Glory. At least right now, today I've come much earlier than the last time.
You know what happened last time? I think it was Saturday. Oh my God. I saw how much you were struggling to join. And then when you now finally got through, that was when we were about to end. I was so pained. I was pained. Oh God, I took it personal. But then we had stayed for over 4 hours and we just needed to go. But I'm glad you're here now. You're welcome.
Thank you. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
I've come to give a recap basically of, because I feel like the season is wrapping up. So basically, this is like a sum up of everything. But
No,
particularly.
Not everything. No, it's not.
No, I feel like.
It's not yet time for a seasonal recap. We're focusing on any of the events from Sunday through to last night, all right? So you can pick any of them and talk about it in 3 minutes, all right? Let's not generalize to the recap yet, otherwise we won't leave here today. Okay.
All right, it's fine. It's fine. So I'm going to start with the issue of Sheg's failed eviction, like everyone said so. But for that one, I think it happened. My heart almost failed the moment it happened, but it did. So we move. So I'm going to move on to the issue of Chichi winning head of house. I think the last time I talked about how Chichi is so lucky. And indeed, Chichi is so lucky because now she's in the finals and all of us don't know how the hell Chichi's in the finals. But I was really happy for her because for the longest time, everyone had undermined her and everybody thought she was not the strongest contender. And then moving on to the issue of the altercation that she had with Bella recently, which was, is it today? It was today, right?
Yes, last night. The Chichi and Bella.
Okay, so the issue that she had with Bella, I feel like when it comes to Chichi, I feel like sometimes as individuals, or generally the people, we do not know how to react to certain situations. I saw people commend Fina, and I love Fina to bits, but I do not think also that Fina is as emotionally intelligent as most people want to paint her as. Because much as Chichi didn't know how to react to the whole thing and how it played out in the end, I feel like with how she reacted to Bella, of course it was blown out of proportion, but I feel like when it comes to Chichi as a person, and because in the end she was pulled out and Fina tried to talk to her, and then Fina tried to delegate, and Daniela came into the picture. I feel like at the back of everyone's mind, Chichi is not really a malicious person, but she may not necessarily know how to express herself because she's just not the type of person. Because leadership is something that, unfortunately, sometimes there are certain people that have the leadership characters and there are other people that do not have it. So she's not assertive, and Chichi's major failure is not that she cannot do more for herself, it's just that she lacks when it comes to communication. She doesn't know how to express herself. So when I had her conversation with Fina, sometimes I feel like we can relate to Fina on an emotional level, but I don't think she knows how to do the same with other people and her friends. And this has been shown over a certain period of time with how she tends to blow up and how she blew up at Chichi, and even the advice she gave. In the conversations that Chichi had after that altercation, I actually liked whatever Daniela told her. Because Daniela, what has actually made Daniela last so long in this game and what really works for her is that Daniela is a listener. Daniela knows how to get to people in an emotional way. And I think that is why she has 3 guys literally pining for her. And not this puppy type of love. It's like they genuinely look like they like her. So it's something that I feel like with Chichi, sometimes we tend to be so focused on how people react to us, and we are very reactive more than we are prescriptive, because with Chichi, it's just she doesn't know how to deal with people because she has never really had that standing. Then on how she used her veto power to be able to save people, I can really understand it, and most people were saying it should have gone to Hamiz. But when it comes to Hamiz's case, I think because, of course, we love his energy and because of his antics, people tend to blindside the fact that Hamiz is very standoffish. And in one way or the other, he was also part of the people who really did not think so much of Chichi. So I can understand people saying, oh, he was partly responsible for Chichi being in the house for so long because they won head of house games. But come on, it's not like these people treated her like she was anything more than, and it was the story for most of the people in that house when it came to Chichi. Adekunle, oh my God, Adekunle really scares me. I don't know what it is about Adekunle that scares me, because Adekunle is very two-faced and it's worrying. He's the type of person who will smile in your face today and then the next day he's doing something behind your back or stabbing you or doing something. His dynamic with Rachel, I really do not understand it. 1 minute he's mad, the next minute he's gossiping with her. Rachel has really taken over from Chomzi. He has she has literally taken over the mantle of annoyance because she is on our nerves 24/7. And unfortunately, we're with her till the end of the season. So there is nothing much we can do about her. Then we have Groovy. Groovy is very vague. And I believe no matter which girl Groovy was with in that house, it was never going to work. Because Groovy is the type of guy who, yes, it was never going to work because Groovy is the type of guy who will indulge you, but not really commit to it. He will indulge you in this world of you thinking, oh, it's this, it's that, but he will not really commit to it. And with Fina, I know she's playing a game. True, and to some extent, I can agree with you, Glory, when you say that Fina got into this relationship just because she wanted the feeling of being with someone. But I feel like over time, those lines begin to become a little bit blurred, and you can see it sometimes in how she wants a certain type of assurance from Groovy, which she doesn't really get, because Groovy is really quick to to make it look like it's not really official without saying it is not really official, you know, that type of vagueness. And I feel like that's really what's happening with her. And
Can I say something?
Yes, please.
I'm just going to quickly drop this, okay? So this is something that a lot of people don't really see about the most, especially the females of Big Brother, or the females that participate on the show. Let me not call them females of Big Brother. That's why, personally, I don't really believe in the shit I see in the house. It's not because I don't believe in love. I strongly believe in love. I love love. I want to live love. I want to embody love. But when I see people, you know, forming relationships in the house, what I see is an alliance. What I see is people getting into something to keep body and soul together, and there's nothing wrong with it. Where I now have issues is when they now start acting like they are not playing the strategy when they're actually playing the strategy, like what Sheikh and Bella are actually doing at the moment. But not to deviate. Yeah, not to deviate. Why? Another reason I see and believe that these ships, most of them will not work. I'll give you a prime example with Alison today during some of our interviews. Alison has been speaking about Hermes in the past tense all through today. The very first interview she had with African Magic after her eviction, I think that was on Monday. You know that 3-4 minute video that they usually release, right? What did she say? They asked her about Hermes. She was like, "Oh, I actually really liked it, and we'll see how it goes." And I'm like, okay, you want to be a third wife? Even on the stage with Ebuka on the night of the eviction, right? Today, she probably has done her homework, or her team has probably informed her that this guy actually does have 2 wives. So what the hell are you doing? And so every question you've been asking her today, she's been going on with, I enjoyed the relationship. I was happy with Hermes. And the interviewer said, I don't understand, why do you keep saying was? And she said, because you asked was. She was trying to be smart. To cut the long story short, yeah, most of the females, especially when they're in the house, because of how confined the space is, you know, a confined space like that, it tends to play psychological games on you, mind games, fucks you crazily in the mind, and sometimes you think that the things you see inside the house is the best thing that ever happened since humanity, right? But the moment they come out of the house after the show, guess what? They get a lot of suitors from different walks of life. They are spoiled for choices. Like they have so many choices. You see the rich, the richest of the richest of the richest of the richest. And guess what? They begin to look at the people that they used to have things to do with in the house, like, oh, this small boy, what am I even doing here? And then they move. Like they move very, very quickly. And that's why I'm always like, fine, if you want to be in anything in the house, fine. As long as you don't come on here and start deceiving people that, oh, it was actually 100% genuine. And that's why you see that for the most part of it, most of them, after like 1 week, was 1 month, 1 week, they move.
Yeah.
They move. So I'm just going to leave it there. Please continue.
Yes, and I do agree with that, and I have no problem because practically shifts are not really my thing. But if you're going to ship, know that it's nothing personal. Know that it's nothing deep, so that you do not get disappointed in the long run. And I feel like with Fina and Groovy, there is a little bit of disconnect in that. Then I'm going to move on to our Mr. and Mrs. Ikoyi. Oh my God. That fight they had yesterday, that was Shegs finally coming out and spreading himself out because he had been too good for too long. It was now becoming uneasy for him. It was becoming upsetting because it came out of nowhere and it was so baseless. But because the idea of the island has really entered her head, you know, because in the second week, before we even started seeing what were the prospects of this relationship, they already told her they were taking her to I don't know where and where. So with Bella, she has already written on the stars. She has sailed on the moon, you know, on a mat like Aladdin. So she's basically so taken up in this relationship. And when you look at these two people, you don't even understand what exactly connects these two people.
True.
Because you can't even say that they have a synergy. You can't say that they have common interests. You can't even say that they have a friendship. Because even a common friendship, these two don't have it. And when you actually dig deeper, you notice that this is, by the time you don't even have a simple basis like a friendship, because outside Sheiks talking about himself, nobody can tell me that there is ever anything else that these two talk about that is
Wait, let me
actually valid.
ask. Has Bella ever talked about what she really does? Because I'm sorry, even if I follow the show as an ardent viewer, I don't think I've ever heard Bella say, "Oh, this is." I've only heard her say she wants to start up a business riding on her fame from the show, and that's I think a clothing line or something. But I've never heard Bella say that, "Oh, I'm probably into this, I'm into that. Maybe I'm a stylist, maybe I'm a fashion this, maybe I'm a." Has anybody ever heard? Maybe I'm the one that's just there. Has anybody ever heard? Because you just mentioning now that Shek is always talking about himself, it just reminded me that, oh my God, I've never really heard Bella proudly explain what she actually does for a living.
All this
I don't
time
know.
that we have been watching the show, we don't know much about Bella, by the way. The most I knew about Bella was during the Dano task. But Sheiks, I know everything. I know about
We
it.
didn't blow my
I know
dress.
how he really is. I know so much about him because he's always talking about himself. So, like, he basically doesn't know anything about the woman he's claiming he wants to marry. So it's just
Yeah.
a whole mess. So to wrap it up, when it comes to Sheiks and Bella, there is no way this is going to work out. Bella messed her game with Sheiks. I feel like Bella would have been much more tolerable on her own than she is with Sheiks. Then when it comes to Chichi, I root for that girl because I feel like she needs to get some self-confidence. I feel like she really needs to be more stern in whatever it is that she can offer. She doesn't really have to undermine herself as much as she does.
Yeah.
With Adekunle and Groovy, I personally am even still very confused about who I'm to vote for because we want strong people now, not just people who are hanging on to other people for votes. Because basically, Groovy is banking on the fact that Fina's fans may not have to necessarily vote for Fina, because that is even what he used when he was meant to give his speech and to beg Chichi. He used the Fina card. So it's really, with regards to Daniela, so with regards to Daniela, of course, I have a bit of work, but that is it. So basically, that is it for this week. I hope God, please, one of the Kois get to live this week. I'm praying that one of the Kois get to live this week for the sake of our peace of mind. And with that said, I would like to end it here. Thank you very much for the platform, and good night, everyone.
Thank you so much, Pony. It's a pleasure, and it's been a pleasure having this conversation with you. There's something I would love to analyze about Sheikh and Bella, but I think I'm going to leave it to Saturday. I'm not going to say it now. Okay, let's quickly move on to Paige. Hello.
Good evening, Glory. Can you hear me?
Hi. Good evening. You're welcome to the conversation.
I have been trying to come in like 5 times now. Back to back, back to back, back to back. This is the first time I'm actually coming in. And I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy and you look amazing, by the way.
Thank you very much. I'm happy you made it. I'm happy.
I'm very happy. I'm very happy. I'm excited.
Glory,
Yeah.
I'm here. Oh, I just want to say hi.
Hi. Who's speaking?
This is Abiyose. I've been your fan for so long, but this is my first time coming to the live. I'm so excited.
Wow. Okay. Wow. I'd love to see your face. You're especially welcome. Wow. I'm
Yeah,
happy you're here. I'm happy you're here.
thank you. I'm
Okay.
currently living in the United States and I've been following you for a while. I'm originally from Sierra Leone. I'm a Sierra Leonean.
Oh,
And
nice.
yeah, you are so, I don't know, but I'm not even worried about watching the Big Brother show because I'm one of the people that read you hour after hour just to look at your videos. I'm so impressed, and I'm glad I came across.
You know what, Johnson? You know what, Johnson? We have a lot to catch up on, all right? We have a whole lot to catch up on, but let H finish first, all
Okay.
right? Just stay. Please don't go anywhere. Just stay right there, all right? We have a lot to catch up on. I have so much to ask you. Okay, so please just stay. Don't leave, all right? Let me quickly proceed with H first, all right? Um, H, please, are you still there?
I'm here, Gloria, I'm here.
Please, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry we just jumped you like that. I'm sorry, but we're back now. We're back
No,
and we're focused. Okay. So please, let's proceed with this conversation. All right. Let's start with the whole Bella and Chi Chi's slight
the
altercation
and
last
Chichi
night.
quarrel, like
Yeah.
it's not even it's not difficult to understand. Let me just say it's not because the two of them are like I don't understand in Bella's voice. I don't understand. The two of them are just there, and the fight was like they don't understand each other.
Okay.
Bella was confused. Chichi was also confused. Chichi was talking, but Bella couldn't hear her, so she continued her love discussion with Shegs.
True.
And Bella lashed
True.
out. She was saying a whole lot of things that Chichi's head is empty. I'm like, who are you to say that somebody's head is empty? If you carry Bella's head like this, if you shake it, there's nothing inside. No, there's nothing inside. So that fight is not even, it's just like the two of them not understanding each other. So that fight
Yeah.
just, it was not even
Yeah,
that.
I agree. I agree with you. I agree with you. I think from that fight, for the first time, I could genuinely see that Bella was actually confused about what she had done. Yeah,
Yes.
I think she was doing too much without even realizing that she was doing too much. Yes, but then her now taking it a tad bit higher, by warning Chichi, throwing all the I just felt like that was completely unnecessary. Yes, but also about the quarrel between herself and Shed. What do you think about Shed deciding to bring up the fact that she's rude? At that time that they were now having their argument at the top.
Hmm. That was also uncalled for because Bella told her husband that she's naked though. But in front of everybody, of course, he doesn't want his ego to be hurt. He still wanted to carry her up. She was telling him, big shakes, I'm naked though. But he still wanted to carry her up. And finally, he did what he did. And she felt uncomfortable. Like, if a lady is in that situation, you should understand. It's just let her be. But he still wanted to carry her up. I don't know whether she's not heavy or that's why. If it's Chichi, will he be carrying her up like that anyhow? I think it's the fact that she's not heavy that is actually causing all this. But I don't think Bella was rude because she felt uncomfortable. She was even telling him that Brian saw her nakedness. Like to feel like that is not a nice thing. It wasn't nice at all. And the funny thing is, Bella and Shex ganged up on Adekunle earlier. They were kind of ridiculing him. Maybe they were laughing at him because they were making fun of his story. You know how everybody have a story to tell. They were
True.
laughing at Adekunle and everything. And later on, after she fought with her husband, it's still Adekunle's room that she went. Chichi now said, go back to your husband. I said,
Yeah.
Chizzy. Chizzy said she go back to her husband. She still went to Adekunle's room, which was kind of funny because if I was Adekunle, I would just be laughing anyhow. Like, see these people that were making fun of me earlier on in the because I don't even know how Bella and Shex were involved in that conversation. It was Brian, Rachel, I think Fina. They were talking about something else. Then Bella and Shex put themselves in the midst of the conversation. They now start talking about themselves. They were now making fun of Adekunle and also it was like I was so happy when that fight happened. Sha, and still went to Adekunle's room to sleep there before Chizzy pursued her.
Yeah, I actually agree with you. I saw what you saw, and this is not the first time they're actually making a mockery of Adekunle's story. Yes,
Yes. Yes.
and another thing again is from that fight last night. The way fans support their faith sometimes it makes me cringe.
It's
I,
alarming.
I yeah, I wonder how people don't see the fact that Shed does not respect Bella.
He doesn't.
Respecting
The
your
moment he was
respecting your
saying,
girlfriend is not by cooking for her. It's not
yes,
by it's not by carrying her hand, it's not by carrying her finger. No. It's about on the major part how you address her in public and how you also address other people around you. For me, you disrespect other people around you in terms of a girlfriend. It's you also disrespecting her because people are going to look at her and say, "Oh, this person is just a reflection of both of you's character." You know, I mean, the part where he was shouting around the house, "You're rude, you're rude." I said, "This is the person he wants to marry." That
when
means
their
if
enemies are
imagine these
hearing them,
people now
that's
getting married in real life, yeah. If they have issues, I'm already picturing a scenario where Bella will carry rapper Abi Veto well, tie on her chest, and she'll be running outside the gate. And Chef will be chasing after her. You are rude! You are rude! And she'll be running to her parents' house. Like it's so freaking ridiculous.
it
Like,
is.
can you imagine that? Please continue what you were saying.
It is. And I wanted to talk about Chichi's use of her supreme veto power. Chichi used her emotions instead of strategy. I'm sorry to say,
Yeah.
because if I was in Chichi's position, saving Fina would not be a smart move because this girl has been up for how many times? She has been like the most housemate to be up, and still she saved Fina. But what do we expect? Fina saved her, so she have to return the favor. But what she did wasn't strategic. According to like if he was in her position, would have made a more strategic move to choose the housemates that are weak, weak, so that the
But
ones
you
that
know
are
Chichi's
strong
hands were
will
tied.
have somewhere to go.
You know Chichi's hands were tied.
Yes, yes, she had to return the favor because if she didn't now, Fina now can even she can on top her head though. You know how Fina is. She will not
Yeah.
hide it.
Yeah. True. True.
And number
Anyway.
one, they were pained, and it's like I understand, like it's okay for them to feel that way because she didn't save someone from her level. And people like Hermes, Adekule, they literally saved her how many times over and over again. And she didn't choose either one of them. She had either chose Hermes or Adekule instead of Daniela. That's how I feel. And if I was in level one, that's the same way I would feel. Oh, Bella, the main reason why they are angry with her is because she didn't choose someone from their own level. And it's understandable because if it's a level two person that is there, you know that trenches are family. Trenches are family. They will save someone from their level.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, H. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I mean, I see where you're coming from. Yeah, but I think aside all the other things that we have seen that we have also talked about, I think Chichi has also looked at the fact that Femi and Adikuni they're actually strong. I mean, these are the two people that consistently have been winning ahead of our title, right? So there was no need to have to pack more stronger people, into the finals. But it's fine. Thank you so much, H. We're going to quickly move on to Eunice. Hi, Eunice. Hello, Eunice.
Hi, Glory.
Hello. Hello. Good evening, Eunice. Okay, I'm hearing somebody singing. Who is that? Anyways, let's
It's
quickly move on to
Adekunle. Hi,
Hi,
Glory.
Hi.
Finally, I've been trying my best to join. I think the last person is listening to their TV because Adekunle is the one singing on the TV. But I have mine on
Yeah.
mute. I've
Yeah.
been trying
Yeah.
to join for the longest time. My network was frustrating me the last time. I was
I'm glad you're
so
here. I'm glad you're here.
yeah.
Welcome. How are you?
So let me just I'm okay. How are you too? You
Okay.
look good as
I'm good.
always. Your wig game.
Thank
Always
you.
on point.
Thank you.
So first of all, let me start off by saying that Rachel is very annoying. That's the only thing that me and Shegs we can agree on. Like, she is so annoying. Like, I don't know how to explain the girl. Like, even when she's talking, like she's not being annoying, she's still annoying me. Even when she's just having a normal conversation that is not rude or something, it's still annoying me. That's how annoying she is. Like the way she talks, especially how she acts confused in the diary room. It could just be like, say, make I stone her shoe from my TV. Like Big Brother will be acting or something. She'll just be acting lost. Like she's confused. She don't, and I'm like, I don't understand. Like, where did they pick this girl from? Because I don't get it. And then she telling Adekunle that, oh, he disrespected her. I was like, I don't understand. Are you looking for talk? Like, because this is not talk. If anything, Adekunle should be feeling some type of way because he told you he's interested in getting to know you, but you moved on to Giddy Fire. You jumped and entered a triangle, so you did not consider how Adekunle was feeling. But somehow you feel like, okay, he insulted you, or he disrespected you by telling you that he wants to get to know you, which was how many weeks ago? It's as if her memory is blurred or something, or she just wants something to talk about when there's nothing to talk about. And I'm glad the way Adekunle responded directly to her. Do you like me? No. So what's the big fuss about? Like, why are we dealing, darling? Like, it's not like I asked you out. I just said I wanted to get to know you more, and you were the one who like pulled back and inserted yourself into Giddy Fire's triangle. Now, because Giddy Fire is no more in the picture, you're saying, oh, you feel disrespected. Disrespected how? He didn't promise you a relationship. So that's that for that. I don't even want to emphasize on her because she's so annoying. As for Bella and Shegs, I already said it, like, since the day Ibuka cautioned them. Me, I knew that Shegs got the memo. Bella did not. She's so like delusional, like she was there defending him. But the person that they wanted to send the message to did not get it. But him, he got the message and he adjusted. You understand? Like, he adjusted. And then yesterday, I wasn't really so interested in their whole issue, but I just didn't like the fact that he was telling her to, like, don't lift him, but he was still insisting. And then she said she thinks Brian saw her body and he was like, babe, I don't even care. I was like, are you okay? If I tell you stop, like, that's something personally that I don't like. If I tell you stop, no matter what it is that we're doing, I say stop, just stop. Because when I keep telling you stop, you keep like doing the same thing, I'll get really irritated and you might not like the outcome of it. So I felt like that was like his own normal way. And it's so convenient how he's able to say that, oh, Bella is rude only when they have issues. But when she has issues with somebody else, he's there saying, oh, my baby does not lie, oh, this, oh, that, trying to make the person look crazy and trying to make Bella look like the saint. But whenever they have an issue, he keeps using this line of, Bella, you are rude. Everybody knows you're rude. That means you know she's rude. When she has issues with people, you know that she's in the wrong. But you just have to stand there and defend her because, what? She's your woman. According to you, quote and unquote, she's your woman. So it's so funny. Like, he's only seeing her bad side whenever they have issues. It's laughable. I feel like the two of them, they're just there deceiving themselves. Bella know that she cannot leave him. Like, who is she going to be friends with in that house? Even if now she's having free conversations with people, she's already hooked to Shegs. So right now, I don't even blame her. Like, I don't even see the two of them like that because right now they're playing a script. And then when you go on Big Brother, the thing that people don't understand is this. Even if you make a genuine connection with somebody and you guys start up a relationship that is genuine, like the feelings are genuine, it is still a strategy. Because these people, they know that from previous seasons, relationship work, relationship sell. People love love. Like, people love that illusion of love, even if it's not real love. They know. So there's no way you will say, oh, it's not a strategy, they're just being real. It is a strategy. Anything they do in that house is a strategy. They might have genuine feelings for each other, no doubt. And I'm not talking about Bella and Shex, like a couple that has genuine feelings, but it is still a strategy to them. They're still going to use it to their own advantage to enhance their own game. I don't know if people understand that fact. So it's laughable when people are trying to say, oh, they're not acting a script, they are just living their normal life. It's very funny. And I feel like a lot of people in this part of the world, like, they lack self-love and they lack love. They need love. And that's why when they see anything that is similar or that they feel is love, they cling to it. They want the relationship to work. You see some people advising people in bad relationships that, oh, fight for your marriage, there's nothing out on the streets, oh, make it work with your partner. Even if that person is dying, you're still there telling the person to make it work, that there's nothing out in the street. Like, it's better you stay alone than to stay with somebody that will kill you. You know, a failed marriage is better than you killing yourself over it. So it doesn't even make any sense to me. And then Daniela, like, I've just been looking at Daniela like Diane, like, you know, the way Diane just crawled to the final. Like, that's how that Daniela just crawled. Like, she was the last person I expected to see in the final. Like, she was so strategic. Like, people say, oh, she's 22. I hate that line. when people are like, oh, leave her alone, she's just 22. Hello, I don't understand. Like, why are you guys always doing this? Like, she's just 22. They wanted to pin it on Dotun, that Dotun is the one like pushing, knowing that Daniela is vulnerable. She's just a 22-year-old. Okay, if she's so young in age, why is she on the show? Like, I don't get it. Why is she on the show? Whenever somebody says anything bad about her fans will always come from that line of, oh, she's just 22. Leave her alone. You're old enough to give birth to her. Like, are you okay? Then why is she on the show? Anybody that is going on the show will be talked about, whether you do something good, whether you do something bad, they will talk about it. And personally, I don't think Daniela is confused. I don't think she's lost. I feel she knows everything she's doing. Even when she's crying, sitting alone, like faking her tears and acting like she's deep lost, like she's lost in thought. I feel like she knows what she's doing. She's very, very strategic. And then she will make it look like the guys are the one like flustering her. They are the ones like choking her. She cannot breathe. You can be stern and tell somebody, no, stay away from me, and they will. But it's not like you'll be doing A behind other people's back, you'll be doing B, and then you now come out and act like, oh, you're not the one encouraging this person, but you are. Just like what Deji said in one of his interview, you are. As for Fina and Groovy, I'm just glad that Fina knows that Groovy's heart does not beat for her. And I still wonder why she's in that relationship, because if I were her, I would use my tongue to count my teeth. I will know that, okay, I've been up how many times and I was saved. That means I am strong outside. In fact, when they even went to that level 3, when they were discussing about how the audience were chanting Bella's name on that eviction night, I don't know if you remember, she now said the day that she knew she was strong was when she was up for eviction with Brian and some other people. And then when Ebuka was about to announce it, and people in the back, like, they were scared for her. Like, when he called Fina, they were all scared. There's a way she put it, that's when she knew she's strong. Then you know you're strong. Why are you still clinging to this guy that does not love you? His heart does not beat for you. He's obviously using you, and she knows that he's using her. So why are you still clinging on to it? Like, she's acting like, oh, if this does not work, my life is over. It doesn't make any sense. And then what is even more pathetic is her fans that are even voting for Groovy because of the relationship that they know that is not genuine. Yes, Groovy might like her on a like neutral ground, like, okay, I like you, and all of that. And with time that they've gotten closer, he might like her maybe in a romantic way, but he's still not 100% invested in her. I feel like Groovy is capable of even making peace with Beauty if he goes out of the house, that if she wants to. I see him like that kind of guy. So I don't think it makes any sense that her fans are trying to push him there, because they're indirectly sabotaging her own game, but they don't understand. And as for the whole level 2 dynamic, I am so proud of these people. Like, the way they've played this game this season, they are the biggest game players. Trust me, they are the biggest game players. And I was telling my sister that, see, if Chichi was up that day that Fina saved her, and maybe Brian too was up, she would not save Chichi. I was telling this to my sister, like, she would not save Chichi, because level 2, they operate as a family. They don't even want to know any other thing, except that, okay, there is nobody in their own level that they can save or that they can help. That's when they will not pick somebody that is their friend. But that's what level 1 do not know. And then the other speaker that was saying that Chichi didn't save somebody from a level, I think it's quite delusional to make that kind of statement, because level 1, they did not have a relationship. Forget that, yes, they were the one winning HOH back to back, but they do not have that bond like a family. You remember when they merged, what did they do? The first week, they all nominated each other. They didn't even nominate level. Like, that's when I knew that these people do not like each other. The first opportunity they got, they all nominated each other. So how do you expect that Chichi is now going to save somebody from a level? Yes, Hemi's one head of house. He has been saving them, same as Adekunle, but they don't have a bond. They're just level 1 and co-mates. Like, they don't have a bond. But from level 2, you can expect that. And Brian categorically said that in his diary section with Big Brother, that he's not going to nominate any level 2 until he feels like they're equal, like maybe 5-5. Then he can say, okay, he will nominate his own people. And that's a very smart move, if you ask me. So don't expect Chichi to save people that, aside from them bullying her every chance they get, they don't have a relationship. They don't even rate her. They don't rate her like that. They don't have a close relationship with her as a level. So why do you expect that she's going to save them just because they're in the same level? I think it's quite vague to make that kind of statement. And as for Bella, I don't know, like, I still wonder how Bella has such a huge following. And one thing I've come to realize is that Nigeria, this fine girl mentality will never ever, like, it will never ever leave this part of the world. So long as you're fine, you're pretty, and pretty privilege, that's the term. So long as you're fine, you're pretty, you go to Big Brother, no matter how nasty your attitude is, Glory, you're still going to amass a big fan base simply because of your looks. And that's like the most pathetic thing to me. Like, no matter how rude you are, no matter how bad you are, no matter how flawed you are, people will still like you simply because you are beautiful. That's all. And it doesn't make any sense. And that's the same mentality that Chomsy have. I watched one of her interview where she said she's out of the house. You people didn't vote for me. I was like, look at this. Yeah, like, I'm out of the house. You people didn't. I was like, look at this dumb girl. Like, I don't understand. Even outside the house, you're still feeling entitled. Like, okay, why am I outside? Because of how I remember when she was chanting that there's no way Fina will be in the house and she'll be outside. Like, there's no way Fina will leave before her. But look at her life outside now. So it's crazy. I think aside from the people having pretty privilege, people need to evaluate themselves. Like, why am I supporting this person? What do I have in common with this person that is making me support this person? It's not just because of the person's looks. Put that aside. There will always be fine girls. There will always be fine guys. But what do I share in common with this person? What can I relate to about this person? I feel like when it comes to Bella, there's nothing. There is nothing there that I can relate to. But just because of how she looks, people are always going to gravitate towards her. So I think it's so pathetic. It's going to keep reoccurring, and I don't think it's something that will ever change. Sadly, I doubt. But I think that even in the middle of supporting somebody, always say the truth. Always call out somebody's bullshit. Like, okay, this thing you did is wrong. Just like what they were trying to do to Dotun. Instead of Daniela's fans to accept that, okay, Daniela is sort of cheap. I'm sorry to use that word. They were trying to pen it on Dotun that, oh, Dotun is the one that is pushing. Dotun is not a nice person. He's taking advantage of. And I'm like, why are you guys doing this? Even if you don't want to call out your fave's bullshit because you feel it's disloyalty, it's better you don't say anything. Don't try to play mind games and gaslight the other person and make the other person look like the victim. To me, that's not loyalty. That's stupidity to me. It shows the kind of mindset you have. It shows the kind of environment and the kind of community that you came out from. It doesn't make any sense. It's okay for you to like somebody, support them, but when they do their bullshit, call them out and like, this thing you did, it doesn't make any sense. But I still like you though. But I feel like you should change in this aspect. That's what Bella's fans they need. As for Shegs is, I don't think I can ever be friends with somebody like Shegs, because the thing about him is that he loves to hear himself talk. He does not listen. He always wants to talk and talk and talk and talk. Like, and those kind of people, they're extremely selfish. You see that even when they're in a gathering, they're talking about random conversations, and maybe it gets to Sheikh's turn to contribute. One way or the other, he will just make it about himself. Like, there's a way he does it. He would just like maneuver the whole topic, and the next thing we are talking about Sheikhs. From a general conversation, it has entered about his own personal, and I'm just looking at this guy like, oh my god, like, why are you so self-absorbed that he thinks so highly of himself? And then one line that he's always making that annoys me was, I'm a real G. When you go out, you can watch my diary sections, you can watch back all the videos. I'm like, are they jobless? People that will go out and they'll be busy trying to fix their life, they should now go back and be looking at your diary sections because you are what? Big Shegs. And there's nothing more cringe than when Bella is calling him Big Shegs. Like, I feel sometimes whenever she makes that Big Sheg, like, I'm like,
and let me
tell
you something, Free. Let me tell you something, Free. This is what I foresee that's going to happen with regards to that go and watch my diary session, Yan. When these housemates come out of the house, you see what we are seeing of Sheikh in the house. I personally feel like it's just a pinch of salt of his pride. Outside the house, his true pride in all of its glory is going to be on full display. And then it's going to be which housemate will be able to even have access to him. That's number one. Number two, which housemate will be daring enough or bold enough to approach him or confront him about what he did and what he said behind their back. I mean, I feel like all of that violence within species is still inside our house, like physical violence. I'm sure that there's going to be a lot of fight. Honestly, I feel like it's going to be crazy. So most of these housemates, because of they have been displaying cowardice in the house, I just feel like most of them, their cowardice is going to be on another level. They will just be kissing up to artists, they'll just be talking up to artists here and there, or they don't want to say anything that's going to sabotage their networks and their connections and their relationship, whatever. So I just feel like all that go and watch diary session nonsense. It's not even going to work.
But I beg to differ, because from the Kidwire situation, when he was, in fact, Kidwire was not even like Shegs. He didn't like brag the way Sheg does. Yeah, he bragged that a few occasions. Yes, he did. There's no doubt, but he didn't do it to the extent that Shegs is doing it. Like, oh, go and watch my diary sections. Oh, go back and watch the clips when we leave here. Oh, do this. Oh, do that. Oh, I'm this. Oh, I'm that. All of that. He didn't do it to that extent. But when the housemates that were sucking up to Kid came out, they saw that yes, he's really all that he said he was, but no level, like all man for himself. So if they come out of the house and they see that okay, they're not gaining any favor from him or anything, I think like they'll just sit up and realize that okay, all this thing is just a facade. Like, and moreover, why would you be tying your hope and destiny to one person? Because the person said he's this, he's that, or his family is this and that. Like, why would you be sucking up to that person for that reason? The person never promised to help you. Kidwaya promised to help a lot of them. He told Erica, I'm going to hook you up with this person, I'm going to do that, I'm going to that. But he never, what's his name? Shegs has never made a direct favor or a direct promise to them, like, oh, I'll do this, I'll do that. He's just talking about who he is. So if they have that, yeah, like if they have that mentality in their head that, oh, when they come out, Shegs is going to give them gold and silver and they're going to work on diamonds, they're delusional to me. And it's so pathetic. Then why did you come on the show? If you're so desperate that you're tying your destiny to one person, you shouldn't have come on Big Brother, because it's a platform of opportunities. Other people will get to see you and know you. You'll get bigger opportunities. You receive massive favors. A lot of doors will be open for you. So why would you now go to the house? You're sucking up to one person with the hope of, oh, when the person come out, they are going to help you with their contacts or favors or whatever it is. It's so sad. In all of them, like the only person I feel like is somewhat sane among all of them, I know that yeah, they're all sane, but the person I really gravitate towards is Chizzy. Chizzy is very, very like apt. He's very accurate, even in his diary sections, the conversations he has, like he knows what he's saying. He evaluates everything 100%. He does not miss. He doesn't miss at all. And for Hermes, I feel like Hermes is two-faced, because I remember when Hermes went to meet Shegs and was asking about Bella, checking up on her after the eviction, was like, oh, how is Bella doing? How are you guys doing? And then Shegs was there blabbing his normal blabbing, saying he feels it's unfair, he feels somehow he's a human being, blah, blah, blah. But do you know that same day Hermes nominated Bella and Shegs? I was telling my sister, like, after this conversation he had with Shegs, I don't think Hermes would nominate them. Like, he really understands and all of that. But this guy went in and nominated the two of them, and I'm like, I don't understand you, Hermes. So it's just,
and then the next day he went to the diary room and complained, and then today again he was dragging both of them.
Like, you understand, like
supporting them.
Exactly.
You know
like,
what?
That's why I say he's somehow two-faced. He's somehow two-faced. Like, he will act like, oh, I'm supporting you, I got your back. But when he's behind you or he goes to the diary room, he will bash you. So I think he's playing subtle mind games. It's not that he does not know what he's doing. He knows what he's doing, but he's deliberately playing mind games to them. That's what I think Hermes is doing. So overall, that's just my whole analysis. And lastly, for Chichi, I think, Chichi, I understand where she's coming from. Yes, she's an orphan. She has been through a lot. But sometimes I think she also needs to bring down her walls a bit. She's very, very defensive. Like, she's always going for the gun. She feels you want to attack her. So she has this ammo. Like, she has built so much walls around her that when you're telling her A, she will just take it like K, and she's ready to like boom, give it back to you. And she needs to see a therapist and understand that, see, not everybody's against you, not everybody hates you. Yes, your housemates, they can be very annoying and disrespectful, but you on your own, you also have a lot of work to do. You need to know that everything is not an attack on you. That's just how I feel. Thank you so much for having me, Glory. You're doing a great job.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Free. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. I'm happy that you actually joined today. I'm really happy. Thanks a lot for all of your interesting perspectives. So we're going to quickly move on.
But who do you think is going to go home, though?
To be very honest, I've locked up my prediction game this season. I honestly have, because there's a pattern I've seen on the show, and I'm afraid the pattern has started playing out again today. So in order for me not to have IBP, I decided to just lock up. Yeah.
No, okay. Like this year, the organizers do not rate the viewers. Like, they don't even care what the viewers think or what they want.
I don't know how many people have noticed that for every season of the show, there's at least a couple that somehow finds their way to the final. Last season, we had Angel. One way or the other, they shall drag Angel to top 6. Normally, we have top 5. But because of Angel, we had top 6. You know, why was Angel in top 6? Because there's Cross. And because we know that Angel and Cross, they get freaky. But guess what? Angel got to top 6 and became 6-star Mary. She stopped opening her body. She stopped revealing herself. So I've seen this happen for over, I think, 3 seasons now. And this is like the 4th season. And it's looking like it's going to happen again. So my fear now is, could it be that Shaggy and Bella are not living, guys? I don't want to jinx it. So I don't know. That's why I'm just being lip sealed.
Yeah,
Because I
let's keep
just
our fingers
see
crossed.
Groovy getting evicted, yeah? So if Groovy gets evicted, it means that there's not going to be a ship in the house. Otherwise, Shaggy and Bella are going to be safe. And I'm feeling like, in a way, the level 3 house is going to be put to greater use. Maybe what we had last season of Perez and what's her name, Angel, being locked up in the
Angel.
secret room is going to be the case for Shags and Bella this season, guys. I don't know, but my head is flying here and there. My mind is just flying over the place. I'm thinking that we just might have another wild twist. Yes, that level 3 space might be used for that kind of twist. Yes, a couple
But I think
hidden
it's
there.
very obvious that they will not have a top 5 this year. I think they've already
They're not
broken
going to
that
be top 5.
stereotype of top 5 from Angel's
No.
season when they just
It's
shipped
going to be
Angel into the
boring.
house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to be boring having a top 5. But let's keep our fingers crossed and see how Sunday goes. For
Thank you so
me, I don't have
much.
any expectations at all. Thank you so
Thank you
much,
so much,
Free.
and good
Thank
night,
you.
Glory. Good night, everyone.
Bye. Okay, so we're gonna have Abiose Johnson. Okay, Abiose, let's chat. Are you
Hi,
there?
Glory.
Okay, now I'm super excited having you on here. Yeah, I said we need to talk properly. How are you?
I'm good. I'm so sorry. I didn't know how the life was going. I didn't know that you pick point people. I'm really sorry. And I'm sorry to the person that I cut off. It was not
No, it's fine.
intentional.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm happy to
So
have you on here anyway. But let's
oh,
let's start this conversation. Let's start this conversation. So where do you want to start from? 3 minutes to discuss.
okay. For me, I feel like this year, Big Brother, all of the housemates, they all came in with their game.
Yeah, true.
Like this, like all of them have a strategy, but they'll be telling you when they come out, oh, I didn't have a strategy. No, there's always they all this time. And to be honest, the ladies have the game more than the guys. This is what I'm
Hmm.
seeing this year. Like this year is just crazy. Every day is boss pass. Even if you don't want it, it's gonna be there. And for Shegs and Bella,
Of course.
I
Hmm.
feel like they just fit each other.
Of course.
They are two of a kind. They're like bats of the
Mhm.
same. For me, they're the same people. It doesn't matter. Today you would like if you even watch your videos, Glory. Today you will when you analyze today, it's gonna be sheiks that have the issue. Tomorrow it's gonna be it's Bella. So they're just the same people. They complement each other. Don't waste your head on them. And I feel like Chichi Chichi, I feel like she has the issue of self-esteem. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, she has that issue. And so even like whatever she thinks in her brain, that's the energy she will give. Like she's always prepared. Like I'm always prepared if you're gonna come for me and just blaze out. That's Chichi. And for Fina and Groovy, I don't see anything there. I do not see anything there. They
Yeah.
have the best strategy when it comes to the couple thing going on in there because both of them don't feel nothing for themselves. That's how I see it. Neither Fina nor Groovy, but that they remind me of Emma Rose. They they remind me of Emma Rose. I don't. Fina and Groovy remind me of Emmanuel and Lico Rose. I don't see anything going on with those two people. And for this year Big Brother, let me wrap this up because I don't want to take long here. I don't want to take your time. For this year Big Brother, I feel like it's gonna be difficult predicting the winner. Like last year, we all know, like majority people know that white money is gonna win the money. White money is gonna win. But this year, like
Mm-hmm.
up to this time, me, I can't figure out the winner because we have really strong individuals in that house. Like this year is gonna be like the winner is gonna come out. But for me, I don't know for other people, but for me, I feel like we cannot predict the winner this year because, and another thing that shocked me was Adekunle. Adekunle just he just came from nowhere and just had fans like that. Like Adekunle shocked me to this day. I don't understand how. What happened? What really happened? And
Adekunle has been playing an amazing game, to be honest.
I know. So this year Big Brother is one of a kind. Honestly, Glory, and you're doing a great job analyzing this thing for us because Big Brother DSTV, they have not tried to bring that to us so we can watch
Thank
it.
you.
For us that are in US, we can't watch it. But you are our TV. Says by Amaka. You are our TV and we love you. We appreciate you,
Thank
and
you
just
so
know that
much.
your fans are here. We can't wait for you to come to US. We'll spoil you, die.
Hey!
We'll spoil you, die. Please.
All right. Thank you
We
so
can't
much.
wait.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Honestly, I'm happy. I'm happy hearing all of this satisfactory review, from you amazing folks. It encourages me to want to do more. And I am really grateful for all the data that you spend watching my videos and engaging my videos. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right. So we're going to quickly move on to Estelle. Estelle is going to be the last speaker for tonight. So Estelle, are you ready to speak now? Estelle, you should have spoken a long time ago. I hope you're ready now. Are you here? Okay, since we don't have Estelle, we're just going to, proceed. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for tonight's conversation. And guys, honestly, I cannot wait to see how this week packs up. All right. Next week is the final week of the season of the show. This week is definitely going to determine how next week unfolds. And it seems as though Big Brother still has more tricks up his sleeves. I personally am looking forward to seeing how that's going to unfold. Okay. And for those of you that joined on here to share your thoughts about the show so far this week, you are truly appreciated. For those of you that were sharing your opinion in the comment section, thank you all so much for sharing your thoughts with us. Yes. For those of you who tried to join and had connection issues, don't worry. On Saturday, we're going to do this again, this time around by 3 p.m. WAT. All right. Saturdays is our usual days. So please make it a date with us. Come through. And oh my God, I don't know why my connection is looking really horrible right now. I don't know why. I'm trying my best to make it work. Oof. Guys, anyways, I'm happy that I'm almost done with this live stream. But really, guys, this is what we're going to call it a night. There's more that's going to happen, all right? And there's more videos that will be coming up, all right? The housemates had their diary session today. Not all of them. Some had their diary session yesterday, and then the rest of them had their diary session today. So I'm going to be releasing more videos, more reviews about that. So please make sure you give the videos a thumbs up. If you are still here, please don't leave without giving this live stream a like. Like the videos, guys. Please like the videos. Please like the videos. All right. Remember, I said more analysis coming soon. And all of that said, this is where we're going to end tonight's live stream. Once again, thank you all so much for coming through. Do enjoy the rest of your evening and have an amazing, amazing, amazing night's rest. Bye.
Hey, stop right here. Don't go anywhere. You are especially welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Glory Elijah, and this right here is Frankly Speaking with Glory. I am the girl with the tea. I give detailed analysis of reality TV shows like Big Brother Naija, like Nigerian Idols, like The Voice Nigeria. Basically any reality TV show that actually interests you, it automatically becomes my interest as well. I literally carry on from my head.
I give detailed analysis, I give detailed reviews. I run commentaries also because I want us to have fun. I want us to catch cruise. I want us to, vibe to stuff like that. And reality TV shows are not the only kind of content that I put out on my channel. I also do movie reviews. So you see this Glory Elijah of a girl, she's a very, very boring sport. Guys, for real. I am super, super boring. However, whenever I feel like passing my time, just having my own fun, chilling, being in a zen mode, I catch up on movies, which I find very, very interesting or exciting. But also, guys, I love reviewing those annoying ones because, hey, we have to call them out. You cannot come and waste my data. You cannot come and waste my precious time watching some really annoying movies. And I also talk about trending social topics because, of course, this life has to be balanced, okay? It's not all about entertainment and fun all the time. We also need to talk about those serious issues that concerns me, also concerns you as well. You're about to have a blast on this channel. I also share my life experiences from time to time. Yes, that is when people ask me to talk about it. But if people don't ask me to talk about it, sometimes I do not feel the need to talk about it. I like keeping my private things private. But once again, you are welcome to my YouTube channel. And as I told you before, you are in the right space. Trust me, you will be so addicted to this channel. People are going to be asking you, what's happening with you? Are you okay? And hey, don't forget to turn on post notification, all right? That is the best way for you to always receive alerts of my videos. So you see what I'm doing on my screen right now? Just do exactly that and you'll be cool. See ya.